Hey, hey, hey. Hey, my loves. Hey, my tea stirrers, my coffee drinkers, and my wine sippers. Today, we're going to talk about polarity signs, your partner signs. And it's always good to know your partner sign because you only think about your sign. You don't think about your energy. Again, your fixed energy. What are the other signs that are fixed energy? What do I share with them? Or if I'm an earth sign, what other signs are earth signs? And what do I share with them? Hello, my baby Anna Banana. You know these videos is mainly for you. These videos is mainly for you, my baby. It's mainly for my Anna Banana, and because it's cancer season. But these is mainly for you. I be thinking about you. Y'all people be on my mind. And I be trying to see, what y'all like, what y'all want to hear. Don't forget, we be back on tonight now. We got some good juice tonight. But, this is a good way for you to learn, how y'all don't get along and how y'all can get along and what you guys got in common. No, I was at the doctor all day and I almost probably damn near went to jail, girl. I had to pray. That doctor ain't never got to worry about seeing me again.
How did it go? What you wanted me to?
It went nowhere near. I almost cried and choked the shit out of her, right? I was so mad. Jesus. She ain't got to worry about me again, ever again in life. Because if I ever walk back in that office, I'm tearing it up. Oh my God.
Wow. I'm really sorry.
I would definitely talk to you about that behind the scenes, girl. But woo!
That's up.
No, because at the end of the day, I know everybody's different, and I know but everybody's not going to be me. Everybody's not going to be you. Everybody's different. But I still believe in treating people like they're people with respect and decency. That's just me. Unless you cross it, and
Which
she
is very
crossed it.
anti-medicine right now. Yeah, they don't believe in that anymore.
Yeah, people don't know how to treat people. So I got another one to go to. So I had to go pray. As I said, when I go see the next set of doctors, I'm not saying nothing to them. Absolutely nothing. They better read my mind, right? They better read my mind. Because I have nothing to say to them. I don't know how they gonna do that. No, they gonna be sorry. Shit, effing with me. Mm-mm. And I started to say some really not nice stuff. Really not nice stuff. God said don't do that. And then she had the nerve, hey Rocky baby. Then she had the nerve to have gospel playing, a preacher praying. I'm like, oh, none of that's gonna save you, girl. None of that's gonna save you. You better hope I pray. My prayers
I
is
didn't
gonna
know that
help
they
you.
can even do that.
They're not supposed to.
No, at all.
They're not supposed to at all. They're not. Because that go against all the different clients you may have. You're not
That's
supposed
right.
to intertwine one with the other. That's just like
That's right.
politics in church.
Yep.
So I was wondering why I was even like that. But being that I was the only patient there, I guess she figured, but you don't do that. But her professionalism, I don't want to talk about all that right now because I just got unpissed. I do not need to get pissed off all over again. Then I have to go find somebody and start some shit with, right? It'll be some innocent person who ain't did nothing, just walking past me, and I'm like, wow. And next thing you know, I'm jumping all over.
What you mean? Good afternoon.
That would be me. That
Yeah,
way,
that was
and
me.
that would be them. Hello,
Yeah,
fuck you,
yeah.
me. Hello.
Yeah.
Why you even stop and go about your
What you looking at?
See, people like it. People like y'all say people lives. That's why I know I have to come online.
Yeah.
That's why when I know I'm feeling a certain way, I have to come online. I think y'all should be paid for y'all services
Uh-huh.
because y'all save a lot of people lives because y'all put me in a whole different demeanor.
I heard you
Y'all
last night talking about they blew your fake high.
gra- oh my god. I was like, yo, you kidding me? Anybody
Y'all
watching
stayed
the
on
replay?
late. Y'all stayed on
I
late. I
didn't
fell
e-
asleep.
I didn't even know, but anybody who's watching the replay, you could always skip right past this to get straight to the action. We are just having a grace period to get the people in. Yeah, because I was getting tired. The medicine was kicking in. I'm like, yeah, I'm asleep
Hmm.
good tonight. I'm asleep good tonight. And then
Uh-huh.
he, then,
And then the
then
shit
he
started.
went left field. I said, God. And then,
It was hilarious to listen to though.
the
I knew, I
bad
don't know
part,
why I knew, but I knew there was something about to happen. I was like, all right, y'all, I'm going to bed. Good night.
yeah, you use that damn senses you got. But the thing
Uh-huh.
was, you know how if you do drink or smoke, even though it could just be your natural high, or if you made yourself high, when somebody f that up, it gives you a headache. It gives you a serious headache. So the headache I had, that's why I said, you owe me big time. No, we still friends because you owe me. Ain't no, we ain't friends no more. We still friends.
I heard
Damn
you
that.
say, "Can you owe me an intro, an outro? You come take care of these
Exactly.
kids."
That's right. I know. I'm not that man that's going to just block you and forget about you. No, you owe me.
That's funny.
You gonna make that shit up.
That's so funny.
I was like, y'all mad. Y'all don't want me bothered with him. No, he owe me. You done get. My head was killing me. I want an intro, outro, and you name it. I want it. When I want you
I'm
here, you
dead.
better be here. You gonna
I'm dead.
you gonna do what I say. Damn it. After this had, I mean, I just felt like I said, I don't know if you experience, but a lot of people do experience when you're feeling good and somebody f's it up. You get such a headache. A headache. I don't know the word
Yeah.
headache. So I
Yep.
had such a headache. I'm like, no, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta be at the doctor. They're coming like at 9 o'clock. So like time I went to sleep was like 6 o'clock. So I only got 2 hours sleep. And then this lady wants to be so nice and pisses me off even more. So I'm like, yo, I can't win here. I'm like, yo, somebody got to get choked. I'm like, somebody got to get choked. Choke me. I don't care, but somebody has to get choked. Something got to get broken. You know what I'm saying? Something got to get smashed. I
It's
don't
some furniture
know.
moving. Yep.
Yeah, some furniture gotta be moved. Something. I don't even care if you're doing it to me. I don't. I just want to see something going smash. Dun, dun, dun. I just need something to break. You know, yeah. Shit. I was like, no,
I'm
you.
knocking a pencil off the desk or something. I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna walk out, but then my hand gonna linger behind or whatever.
I was like, how do we go from nature nut to
Girl,
women having
girl.
kids? And then I know it was serious when Rocky and Chrissy came aboard. And I tell
Yeah,
people all the time, we never have to always agree. We
right.
don't. Because if we do, that means one of us is phony.
Yep.
You understand? If I agree with everything you say, that means I'm not real. If you agree with everything I say, that means I'm not your real friend. I'm agreeing with you because when people constantly agree with you, that means because they want something from you and they're in your ass. Them the
Yep.
people you gotta watch out from. But you still love them, they still your boo. You understand? So I'm trying to figure out where did the having the babies, going to Section 8, um, going to Section 8 or whatever. Oh, the point I was making, I lost track. The thing is that I may not care what you guys say because I'm free willy. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I really don't care. and you can stay there and you'll be annoyed. But that doesn't mean my sharpshooter is not going to take you out. That doesn't mean Anna Banana
Right.
is not going to raise her opinion. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
Boss
yeah,
Lady
right.
is not going to say. Now, once you get them started, because they're not going to start for no reason. Once you get them started, I can't help you. That means you should have stayed respectful, and then
Yeah.
they will be respect. Now if y'all yourselves came out nasty, then I'll go, okay, that's not nice. Don't do that. But if
Right.
somebody comes out nasty or say something out of pocket, I may not care. But that doesn't mean my co-host don't care. You have
Yeah.
to now deal with my co-host. And don't
That's right.
tell me, oh, in my comments, y'all may not see it more because some of them go straight to spam. I see it, but but you run the show. I know I run my show. But my thing is, you run your mouth. That person ran their mouth. Why you didn't go
That's right.
find them and tell them to watch what they said, and then my co-host wouldn't have had to eat them up.
That's right.
She's See how simple that is. Don't tell me about my co-host and why I'm not saying nothing because that person said something first. So what does it need for me to say? Now,
Right.
are y'all going to attack people all the time? No. But sometimes, if y'all do feel it's fit to do it, y'all going to do it. But me, I know how y'all are. I know they set it off first. So
Yeah.
when you think that I'm not running my channel, you need to go find the people with the slick ass mouth or with the slick ass comments. And you need to go tell them to come back with respect.
Yep.
That's all I got to say. That's a warning. And I try to put that warning out all the time. So if you're a troll, I don't care if you're a troll. You can stay in here and troll. But if you get disrespectful, I don't have to ask nobody to take you out. I'm gonna take you out so fast your head swing you don't even know I took you out. I'll take you out myself if you're disrespectful. But if you're coming out saying slick stuff, don't hey. I may not care, but they care. So
Yep.
that's it. My mods and my co-hosts, they're very good people. They're loving people. They'll try to help you. They're about uplifting. They're about inspiring. If you take your time and listen to them, they do a lot of things that help people. But don't come sideways.
So,
Don't come sideways. That's all I can say. And don't
don't do
look for
it.
don't look the host. Don't look for me to help you shit.
It's always your fault, Tony.
No, they
Everything's your
always
fault.
no that now no. Once they start the shit, now they want me to save them. Like I'm not Captain Save a Hoe. No, you know what I'm saying? No, no. Now if it go on too long, I'll just say, can we both just stop? I don't want to hear no more.
Right.
But I just gotta let people know that because I'm addressing that because of the comments that I get that y'all don't see. I like all of you guys so much. I read your comments. And
Aw.
I take heed to all your comments. Like I said, some I see, some I don't know what y'all wrote, but it's something that had spam in it, so it went straight to spam. So a lot of comments, don't be like she erased my comments. I do not erase comments. You just have to learn how to write your comment a little bit better that it doesn't go into spam.
I like that you take the time to explain all this stuff. You're so sweet, Tony.
No, because I have to make sure I'm understood. Cause
Right.
see, the difference is when I when you
Here we go.
when the claws come out, god damn it.
Here
When
we
them
go.
so I have to make sure I'm understood at all times that we have an understanding.
Right.
And then I also have to let people know that when they're like, oh, well, your co-host, this, that. Well, you can't, don't. I'm talking about my co-host. Shoot. Y'all started with them first. Shit. What you want me to do? Want me to go beat in? Okay, and I'm coming to beat you. I'm going to
I'm
tear you
leaving.
up. I'm
I
tearing
just
you
need.
up. Yeah, I know. And like I told that man yesterday, I said, let me explain something to you. The comment that you made, you know for a fact I got nothing but strong women on my panel. So
Oh,
you lit that fire. You
Yeah.
open up that can of worms. You better take everything they got to say.
Yeah.
And don't be getting mad and figuring, because I know how you are, Lord. We still cool. Don't be trolling me and messing me up. But you deserve that.
What's
You
up, his
deserve
worship?
that. He deserved that. He's still welcome and stuff.
Yeah,
But
of course.
but he still deserved that tongue lashing that he
And it was
got.
still hilarious. It was done in a funny way. I liked
That
it. I
there,
enjoyed
no,
it.
that there Roxy set it off. I'm not messing with Roxy. She do it so you could tell she's a lioness because she did it so nice and cool and calm. That's a lioness to the T. Oh, Rocky, you is a true lioness to the freak. She did that shit so smooth you didn't even see it coming.
I didn't either.
She was talking, he interrupted her, and she said, well, I would, it's my time now. Excuse me, it's my time now. I would like to talk right now, say what I have to say before I have to go get a act, because I have to get up in the morning, go get my Section 8. I was like, ask me curly. I said, that curly, that curly. They do that shit so fucking sweet. I said this shit. And then Queen was like, yeah. And I got my 3 baby daddies up in here now fighting, right? I was like, and then Chrissy was
I
like,
died. Well, I was
this
in the
is
comments because I was
no,
saying that black
I
women are the
did
most educated. And it's funny that
no,
everybody's trying to talk about welfare because black women are
no.
the most educated
I
demographic.
needed you on a panel so I
No,
could
you
have
didn't
pissed
because
on
I dropped out
myself.
on purpose. I said I was cool
No,
and I'm out.
I
Fuck
no,
that.
I needed you would
Out
have
of that.
sealed the you would have sealed the deal for me pissing on myself, right? You would have
Mhm.
sealed the deal. I would have
I
had to
got
go
the
get
fuck
me.
out of Dodge. No, you
I would
don't.
have had to go get me one of them adult pampers and shit, fucking with y'all.
Not today, Satan. Mm-mm.
But we still cool lordship. But like I told you, you put that out there, and that's what you
That's
got.
it.
So people, please be careful what you put out there. And yes,
That's
it's
right.
freedom of, and yes, it is a thing called freedom of speech. Thank you for reminding me. But they also use their freedom of speech too.
Right.
So be careful when you got strong women
Just
and
because
not
people have freedom of
masculine,
speech.
not
No,
masculine.
wait. People want to confuse freedom of speech with freedom from any type of recompense for what you say. That's two different things. We all have freedom of speech, but everybody that you're talking to has that same freedom. What you don't have is
Exactly.
the freedom to say some shit and not be called on what you're saying. That's a whole different thing.
Exactly. That's why I said you do have freedom of speech. You can use it the way you want to use it, but
That's
don't get
right.
mad when it come right back at you.
Thank you. That's the
So,
part.
we got 10 people in here. Let's start this modalities of the energy of signs. Of the energy of signs. I would
Yay!
let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Opposites clash. Let's get it, motherfucker. So, all right, look. Let's start off with the first polar opposites, which is Aries, Libra.
Now
Aries,
remember, I call them partner signs. They call it opposite signs. But I keep telling you guys, when you hear about your sign alone, you must take in consideration your partner sign, your energy. Are you cardinal? Are you fixed? Are you water? Are you earth? All of that must go together. Don't just say cancer and stop right there, because cancer is water and it's cardinal. So you need to know all three. I'm just using that as an example. You need to know all three and what all of them three energies do, how they kind of conform your traits. Remember, you have the last say so of what you do. No astrologer could ever say, they could say what's in your chart, but at the end of the day, it's free will. It's free will and you control you. But this is something that you need all of that together. Let's go. This is first up, Aries, Libra. Now you know the partner sign for Aries is Libra. Well, who would have thought of that? Let's go.
Libra. So let's see how they clash. Now, knowing how they clash, we gotta look at the basic archetypes and the basic temperaments of these signs. You have a fire, which is the feeler, the
foot
seer,
soldier.
and you have the air, which is the thinker, the communicator. So what's going on right here? You have Cardinal. Now you have Cardinal. They both initiate what they do. So they do what they do for themselves. Just like the fire signs. You have Cardinal, mutable, fixed. Now the difference between Cardinal, mutable, and fixed is Cardinal initiates. It starts and it creates for its own point of view of it. So it initiates that form. So if it's fire, water, air, you know what I'm saying, earth, dust, lava, you know what I'm saying, clouds, or dust, lava, clouds, or steam. Now, if it's any one of them 8 elements, then the way it plays it out is through the temperaments. Now, see, now with the cuss temperaments, you got a lot of mutable, cardinal, mutable, so it plays both ends to a certain degree. Now, when we just talk about the regular four, which is fire, air, water, and earth, what happens here is when cardinal fire, which means it's going to initiate what it sees. Initiate its visions, initiate its intuition,
That's
initiate
Aries.
its imagination, initiate how it sees things. Now, the fixed fire is gonna have its own outlook on how it sees things, and it's
Leo.
gonna see itself first, and it's gonna take time before it see the perceptions of others, because it needs time to build on its own perception and its own outlook. Now, the mutable fire, it sees many different perceptions.
That would be
You know what I'm saying? It
Sagittarius.
sees many different vibrations. So you know what I'm saying? So it take as a whole to figure out it as itself personally. And that's the mutable fire, which is Sagittarius. The fixed fire is Leo. And let's get into the cardinal, mutable, and fixed of the water. Now you have the cardinal water. Now I just want to break this down because now I'm starting to realize I have a lot of viewers that doesn't necessarily know as much as a lot of others in my viewers. So sometimes I feel like I might do a video, but sometimes I feel like I'm starting here and I didn't even explain here yet.
Right.
And it's like I got a lot of viewers that's still here. So if I'm making videos that's here and only a few people will understand here, it's like I'm not doing the groundwork. So that's why I like to do videos elaborate and just go off talking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like okay, the water cardinal, fixed, mutable. Okay, now the cardinal is Cancer. So what's the water? Water is the emotional and the feelers. Not the seer and the feelers like the fire. It's the emotions and the seer. It's the emotions and the feeler. So what they feel dictate their emotions. With the fire, what they feel dictate how they see things. You know what I'm saying? So now with the water, you have cardinal water. Now you have Cancer. So Cancer is going to initiate its own outlook on how the emotions supposed to be played out, or its emotional state. That's why a lot of Cancers are comedians. That's why a lot of Cancers are funny. That's why a lot of Cancers sometimes seem too reserved to the point that you can't get to them because they're putting up a guard. And when you do get to them, they let you in. And if they really let you in and you show them an action that's letting them feel like they shouldn't have let you in, you gonna catch that snap. So, with the Cancer,
Stop snapping, banana.
How they feel about things. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really care about how others may be emotionally feel about it because they're more concerned about their emotional grounding first. Now, when we get to the fixed water is Scorpio. So this is like ice. This is the water form being frozen or being real still and not being rapidly moving that because it's so deep. For an example, a rock on the top of the water and you float it, you can see the ripples in the water. A rock at the bottom of the water, it might not even move. It might not have moved for hundreds of years. It might have moved just a couple inches because it's stuck. It's sturdy. It's stuck in its own ways. So with the emotions of the Scorpio fixed emotion, with their feelings, their emotion, they like to stay stuck on the emotion until they transform it, rise above it, go through it, or stay deep down dark in it. And when they stay deep down and dark in it, that metaphysically plays out as a person holding a grudge. So a lot of Scorpios may hold a lot of grudges that a lot of people may not know. When they rise above it, that's when they can openly express their feelings without having to feel like they're always being reserved by others. or if they just go with the flow like they can try, they can kind of be here and there with it. You know what I'm saying? They can kind of sometimes play the evaporation game to the point that the water can act like an air sign, or sometimes they can play the cardinal game where they force a move and they force their own emotion on someone else. So they impose another person's opinions or something like that. Or
He
that's
didn't
how
do
it play out
Gemini.
metaphysically.
He
So that's
is
the
coming.
fixed water. Now when we get to the mutable water, this is Pisces.
Okay, he didn't get to that, and this is a two-part video. This is just the basics of this is the basics. I'm gonna always show you guys more. I know that I know enough, but I also like to teach it with other people's teaching that who are astrologers, because I go off what I have observed and what I have noticed, and I take mental notes, and that's how I know the zodiac. But these are astrologers, so this is what they do. So I like to do me. Yeah, you a Scorpio. Oh, you with a Scorpio, foot soldier. That's my baby. I always love to see you, foot soldier. You make my day. So if at any point in time, if it's going too fast and you don't catch on to what he's saying, I will stop it and I will explain it to you. Or if he's explaining it good enough, then we'll just let him finish. Okay? Y'all guys got it? Yes, no, maybe so. That's right, Rocky. Thank you, baby. She's so beautiful. You could be a model too, Anna Banana. You have an exotic look to you. You know that?
Thank you, lady.
I really think you and Rocky, you remind me of that type of exotic look, like a Iman. Iman, you know who she is?
Iman, yeah, she's married to David Bowie.
Well,
They
she
don't give a
was
fuck
married.
about that bitch.
They was,
We
they
ain't
was.
seen her since.
Heck no, that's still that chick still doing her cosmetics, clocking in billions. Ho ho ho, that's a Leo. Let's get it together.
What? She's a Leo? I didn't know that.
She's a Leo. She's still clocking in them billions, baby. She clocking in them billions. She stopped. Remember, she was the first one that fought for everybody. She's the first one that a lot of black models, they bow down to her because of her
Yep,
Leo qualities. She opened the doors for a lot of people. But honey, check out her cosmetics. She got cosmetics. She got this. She got that. She's a strictly
Okay.
businesswoman. But I'm just saying that you have that type of exotic look like her. You don't look like her, but I can just see. I just see some similarities. You understand what I'm saying?
I take it.
And she's beautiful. Yeah, First Soda said she's an absolutely beautiful lady. She is, and Anna Banana is too. And with Rocky, she has like a I can't explain her look, but it's a different type of exotic look. But she has a beautiful exotic look. She got the type of exotic look, like, I hate to say this, but she could be a beautiful video girl. One of them video girls. She's better than a video girl, but I could just see her like pictures, like swimsuit type of pictures, like by the water. Don't y'all pay my business no mind. I just be seeing stuff. But I usually be right what I see. But I just wish y'all would have gotten to modeling, even though it's not a good business to be into.
You know what? It's funny.
But
That's the only reason I didn't get into it. I really wanted to, but it's too polluted.
Yes, honey. It's polluted. It's goodness gracious. But maybe y'all could have just took your own set of pictures and just put them up there.
Yeah.
So I could just show y'all beautiful pictures all day. But
Aww.
y'all just have such a beauty, a really beauty. And it's another little girl. She looks so young, but she got a nice little fat face. Y'all see her when she come on here. She's a lot. All of y'all are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. All of y'all are beautiful. Well, let's get back to this. At any point in time, he's skipping. He's going too fast. You don't understand something. Let me know. Now let's go. Cause this is two parts.
So this is like being the shore itself, not deep down in the shore, and not seeing the shore for what it is, but being on the shore itself, going with the flow, seeing the collective conscious of the emotions, and going with how the room feel, and how others feel, and how things should be approached, and how situations should be approached, and how conversations should be approached, based off the feeling, based off the energy, based off the psychic tenuality that the freaking Pisces know they have. When they can just walk in the room and be like, okay, this type of person, so I'm gonna come across pleasant to this person. Oh, this kind of person, so I gotta make sure I'm hard and tough around this person, so this person don't try me. Oh, this type of person, I can let my guards down with this person. This is Pisces right here. This is Pisces getting into the feeling, jumping into the room, jumping into your soul, seeing where you at, and then they can assess how to adjust the situation and go with the flow and be themselves once they understand the surrounding of it. You know what I'm saying? They absorb. The circumference. So boom, that's the mutable water. Now when we get to we want to get to the earth. Now let's get to the earth. Now earth, cardinal earth, you know what I'm saying, is the the initiator. Now what is earth? Earth is the thinkers and the common sense, the practic, and they bring it into practicality. So unlike the thinkers, unlike the air is the thinkers and the communicators, and the earth is the thinkers and the practicality and the common sense of it. You see how it's like a little dynamic here? It's like everything is the opposite. I don't want you to think just because you're a water sign, for some reason, earth is going to be your opposite. No, every element is the opposite. Like if you make a chart, I want you to do this. If you make a chart, right? Put fire here, put fire on top, right? Water on bottom, because those are the actual opposites. And air right here and earth right here, because that'd be the actual opposites, right? Before it get trickled down on earth till it become like a sextile and a yin yang type of thing on earth. See, air and fire is only yang from an earth perspective. When you start rising your consciousness and start elevating and start seeing things as a whole, you'll start to break down the yin and yang into everything. You know what I'm saying? And earth and water is yin, only from an earth perspective. So only from a human or animal sight and the relationship it has on earth. But none of these elements look like this if it wasn't on earth. They look like something else. It's just the relationship it has with earth is how I look like that. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now when you break down the yin and the yang with the yang signs, air will be yin, and then fire will be yang, right? And then when you break it down with the yin signs, yin will be water, yang will be earth. So fire, earth, yang, and then water, air, yin. Now that's when you rise to the second level of consciousness. This is when once you start getting into the fourth dimension. Now once you start getting into the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension, fire and water is complete yin. Air and earth is complete yang. Now, there's a science behind that. It's only from me though, but it's a science behind that. But it makes sense. Here's why. Because from an earth perspective, earth is the land you're on. And we're on earth. We're on Gaia. We're on Tara. This is earth. You're on there. You're on earth, right? And what consumes earth? Air. So earth and air signs are really the most prominent of physicality when it comes to having life. You need air. Without air, you won't be able to breathe, and without earth, physicality, you won't able to be grounded. Water and fire is etherical. We talk about third levels consciousness consciousness now. We talk about fifth, sixth, seventh dimension now. I broke down the all the way up to 4, and then to 4 dimensions. I'm talking about this now. When earth and air is the yin. I mean, we're and the yang, and you know what I'm saying. I already broke that down. Look, now when we're talking about it now, right? Fire is your passion. Water is your emotions. Air is just something. It's the communicator, but it's like, all right, check this out. This is why air and earth signs rule the earth, because earth is what you're on. Air circumference and it's everywhere around earth. Water goes deep to the point that it contracts with the moon, and it's in outer surface. It's like a mist, right? It becomes outer surface. Fire isn't on Earth, period. When we're talking about fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension, fire is not on Earth, period. You know what I'm saying? So they're not here. That's something you have to grab. For someone to get passion for something, you have to grab that deep down inside. When you have an intuition about something, you have to grab that deep down inside. When you have a serious insight about something and a vision about something, you have to grab that. That's not something that's here for you. When you got deep emotions or something like that, it's the air and earth things that's making you feel certain things. The wind might blow a certain way, certain things in the air, certain toxins, certain chemtrails, boom, 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 they throw certain shit in the air, your life circumstances, where you live at, earth, the foundation you on, all that cause you to feel a certain way. But when you just feel that's water. That come from somewhere else. See? Now, earth and air are the thinkers, because earth is the thinkers on a practicality level, air is the thinkers on a communication level. But see, when fire rises way above earth. When water absorbs, it absorbs way more than what could be contained on earth. It could, you put a glass of water and look at the different reflections, all that is memory. Memory. You know what I'm saying? Now when we get to air and earth, reason why they the thinkers is because, okay, earth, say something in your life. Bills. Say you got a lot of bills, right? The earth sign is going to want to work towards getting that bill paid, step by step. And they're not going to feel right or feel comfortable till that bill get paid. The air sign is going to be thinking of different ways about that bill. But it never leaves the stratosphere. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Air is in the sky, yeah. But air is everywhere. It consumes earth everywhere. Just like earth is everywhere where you at as a human being. Right? So as air, what air is communicating, air is not communicating anything else but earth things. And earth is not practicalizing anything else but things that can be in the air, things that could be in the air. Like when people put things in the air, for an example, somebody want to ride to work, right? But they don't want to actually ask you. So they just say something like, damn, wish I had a ride to work. That's metaphorically putting something in the air. So whether you pick it up or not and sign a contract and apply to their situation that they're trying to throw in the air, that's on you. Dust signs are masters at putting things in the air. Dust signs are air and earth cusp. You know what I'm saying? But look, for an example, putting something in the air. You know what I'm saying? So the things that air signs is communicating is a bunch of earth type of stuff. So they communicate and they get abstract and thoughts and go. So for an example, a fire sign or a water sign. Say the fire sign, you get this deep ass passion and you get this big ass grandeur idea. And say you as a water sign, you got this big ass imagination and this creative ass shit that you could put together, but you don't think it makes sense, right? Now go to an air and earth sign. This is how they opposites when it's back on earth. Now the earth sign is gonna look at you like, okay, the fire sign, yeah, that's real creative. You got a big ass idea, but we ain't got the money to do that. We ain't got the means to do that. It doesn't make sense. Common sense, boom. Now when they look at the water sign with its passion, imagine it's gonna be like, okay, that it really don't make sense. We don't have a foundation, or we don't even know where to start, or we don't even know who the right people to talk to for that to even be expressed right. So go somewhere and get that done right. Now the air sign, this what makes them a little bit more communicative because it's more rapid, it's more fast. But they're communicating about the earth. So the air gonna take what the earth dude's saying and just come up with a bunch of ideas about that. Like, okay, yeah, we don't always necessarily need money to do this, but we can do it this way or this way. Or yeah, that don't necessarily make sense, but everything don't necessarily have to make sense in this world. See, that's where the air sign come in. It's like the air sign is the blend, not the blend, but they like the kind of the in-betweeners and the relationship between the etheric, which is the fire and the water, and the earth and the air. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you start going way too far to an air sign gonna be like, that's not rational. That's not making no sense. Because even though air be in the sky, it's still consumed about earth. There's no air outside of earth. There's no air in space. So once you start talking about being a flight boss and being a pilot man and flying here and, oh, it's grand, a flight's that, an air sign gonna be like, oh, wait, you're going a little too far. You're going a little too radical. So in that sense, fire rises higher than air, but from an earth perspective. Now I want to bring back to my first sense. My first sense is this. I want you to make a chart, right? Now the chart, like I said, put fire here, water here, air here, earth here. Now put a square in the middle, right? Now in between the air and the earth, no, in between the fire and the air, right? You're gonna have dry, right? In between, and then in between the air and the water, you're gonna have wet. So dry, wet is opposites. Now when you do the other way around, you're gonna have cold and hot. So in between air and water, you're gonna have cold, and in between fire and earth, you're gonna have hot. So and that'll be the square in between the dynamic triangle. So you know what I'm saying? You need every element is an opposite. Just because you are air and you think fire your opposite. No, earth and water your opposite. All elements are opposite other elements and energies, which is us. You know what I'm saying? And which is the cuss signs, which is the lava, the cloud, the steam. You know what I'm saying? And the dust. So you know what I'm saying? That's all breaks down, man. But getting into the cardinal of the earth, and the mutable and the fixed of the earth. Cardinal earth, you know what I'm saying? That's like, cardinal earth is this. Cardinal, now, like we said, it's the thinker and the practicality. Unlike the air, the thinker and the communicator, earth is the thinker and the practicality. And like the fires, the fire and the water is the fillers. The fire is...
Tony, are you still on mute?
Yes, I am. I love you. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I was so mad. I'm crunching on ice. What's up, His Lordship? How you doing, bro? Are y'all understanding what he's saying?
Yes, he's saying that depending on who you're with, your combined signs will make something that is the mixture of the two of you, whether that's steam, dust.
No. Mm-mm. The steam. He's talking about the cuff signs. That's the cuffs. Like cuffs is like when you're born, like 3 days before the sign and 3 days after the sign. Right. That's the cuffs. Okay. That's what makes the dust. That's why I said let me break it down for you.
Oh, okay.
I will be considered lava.
Okay.
Because earth and fire who can walk on earth and fire together?
Right.
How can you walk? Because we burning that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? So we're like the volcano, where earth and fire together. That's why they call us lava. Cause we're like that when that earth start to erupt and that fire coming out. But the good thing about it is, once it's cool, we make beautiful islands. Don't worry about it. So like fire and earth probably would make dust. That'll make the dust.
Okay.
So when you
combination of your signs within you,
that's when you're cups. Okay. I'll show y'all. He breaks down that too in the simpler form. He didn't have me as magic as Mason, the other guy, was Saditic and all that other stuff. But which I think it needs to be said, because it's a lot of with being as they call it Lego. Being a Lego is very difficult. Demi Lovato goes through so much what she goes through.
Is that why she's so tortured?
Exactly. A lot of that particular cuffs sign is very, because earth is steady. You know, we
sounds like an internal conflict of sorts.
That's why we are naturally bipolar.
Okay.
And then on top of that, Virgos are bipolar anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
They're naturally. So it's always because I want to want to do stuff. I can just see something at the moment, but Virgo wants you to wait, observe every damn thing. And Leo like, listen, bitch. You know, but this goes on internally. It's an eternally fight all the time, because them two things don't match each other. It doesn't go together. But it is what it is. But the thing is, you have to master it. So remember, I wanted to know, did you understand about the water and how you initiate your thoughts, how you initiate what the things that you initiate.
Yes, I heard that part because of the
Uh,
because of it being cardinal, right?
right. You the boss,
Okay.
bitch. But the Cardinals are the bosses, and the mutable are the ones that can like be around everybody, can do everything. They can just adjust. They can just be everywhere. But
Right.
nothing gets done without the fix. The fix is what keeps everything together. The fix is like, I'm gonna roll this boat, and I don't know. Cardinal, shut up. Mutable, shut up. We got a goal to get, and this goal is going to get done. That's how when all three work together. This is a way I do this so people can learn how to work together. You can understand each other a little bit, just a little bit. Then you know how to work with them. And then some people you'll know, I can't work with you at all. Stay far away from me. Remember, this is a part two. This is almost finished. So let's finish this out. We'll get right to the next one.
Is the filler and the seer. The water is the filler and the emotions. So when we get to
See, water, you the feelings and the emotion. So cardinal's the feeler and the seer. Water, which would be you, cardinal, is the feeler and emotion. So
Yeah, he hurt my feelings when he said that.
that you, no, you is a feeler
I'm
and
just
a
playing.
seer.
I'm just
You're a
playing.
feel, you're a feeler and a seer, and you control emotions. I don't know how you can be mad at that when you are the puppeteer. When you're the one pulling the strings on everybody' emotions and feelings and shit, yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's right. Here we go, baby.
Okay.
Earth is the thinker and the practicality and the common sense of it. So when we get to the Capricorn, which is the cardinal, it initiates its own common sense. So a lot of times, this is why Capricorns don't make sense to a lot of people, because they're thinking about common sense, but they initiate and come up with their own common sense, and a lot of times the collective consciousness don't always agree with it. But this helps Capricorns too, because this makes them good in business, because they know how to create new business structures, new business goals, new business tactics. You know what I'm saying? New grounding foundations, because they came up with their own common sense about it. Now let's get to the fixed Earth, which is Taurus. Now, the fixed Earth is stable, and it stays fixed in its own practicality and common sense. So, anytime you stay on, you practice something long enough, you get perfect at it. This what makes the fixed quality is what makes Tauruses masters of the five senses. All Earth signs think about the five senses throughout their life, but Taurus are the masters at it, and then they got Venus here, the sensual planet. So right here, you know what I'm saying, Taurus is being fixated on its own practicality. It's being fixated on its own common sense level. So it see things the way it really is, and it doesn't allow anybody to try to initiate some new type of common sense like the Capricorn, or try to initiate somebody else's common sense to help, which is the Virgo. No, it got its own stable way of looking at things. It doesn't like to be changed. This what even makes them the most stubborn out of all the fixed signs, and makes them most stubborn out of all the signs in general. You know what I'm saying? But it helps them because, like I said, anything you take time and practice on, you get perfect. So this makes them not make a lot of mistakes in life, because they took the time to think about the right necessary way to do it. And they ain't letting nobody come try to mix things up or be spontaneous or make things start to feel uncomfortable or unstable to the point that we got to retract. No, we're going to stay grounded where we is, and we ain't going to do it if it don't make sense. That's motherfucking Taurus. Now let's get to the mutable Earth, which is Virgo. Now mutable Earth, Virgo. Now how they play out the practicality and the thinking is, they like to think about all the details. They like to think about, and they like to analyze all perceptions, and they like to see how everything's gonna go. before they come to the conclusion of how this specific thing gonna go. So they're gonna see how that went and where that went wrong. They're gonna see how what that went and where that went wrong. Analyze that, criticize that, come to his own conclusion, and this better be motherfucking perfect. And if it ain't, we ain't gonna put it the fuck out. Virgo, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. That's how they do it. I ain't no Virgo. I just like to say we because I like to act as the signs as I play. You know, I'm a Leo rising, so I like to play the character of everything. Then I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I like to sit here and put meaning behind everything I'm fucking doing. Then I'm a motherfucking Aries sign. I'm gonna fucking energetically fucking do this shit.
Tony.
This is ridiculous. He also mentioned what a Sagittarius moon did. Did you catch it?
Yes, everything with purpose, I think he said.
I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit. He just went there real quick.
Yeah.
But he gonna tell you what that Sagittarius moon. Remember you found out you got Sagittarius moon?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna rewind it just that little bit just for you. Just a dash.
Okay.
Y'all gonna start hearing me crunch ice like I used to do. Ain't nobody used to kid. Ain't know I crunch my ice because I keep putting myself on mute and forget it's on mute. Shoot, say that ain't right.
Like to act as the signs as I play. You know, I'm a Leo rising, so I like to play the character of everything. Then I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I like to sit here and put meaning behind everything I'm fucking doing. Then I'm a motherfucking Aries sign. I'm gonna fucking energetically fucking do this shit, action orientated, in your face, fire everywhere, flight ball. Now, you know what I'm saying? You know, Virgo, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna sit there and they're gonna retract. You know what I'm saying? But they like to dive into everything. They the fastest out of the other two earth signs. You know what I'm saying? A Virgo jump into something fast, jump into a conversation fast, jump into a situation fast, because they got that Mercury help. You know, Mercury is exalted here, so Mercury is like pushing Virgo to go out there and see all the experiences. Don't just sit back and try to analyze it like Taurus, or don't just sit back and try to create something new like Capricorn. Go out there and experience it. Go experience everybody else shit. Go experience some shit you can get into, and then come to some
I got you, sis
Virgo.
soldier.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
now,
you.
Let's get into the motherfucking air cardinal fixed and mutable. You know what I'm saying? Now, the cardinal, hold on, did we do that? No, we did fire, we did water, earth. Okay, yeah, now we're gonna get into air. Now, air cardinal is Libra. You know what I'm saying? So what is air? Air is the thinkers and the communicators. So Libra is the cardinal air. So they're going to initiate conversation, initiate communication, initiate some type of relatable situation. Even if they're not communicating, they're going to initiate a situation that can be relatable to all parties in the situation, for everybody can be at ease in the situation. Now, they're the diplomats, and they like to create balance amongst everybody, and they don't like to look at one person over one person, but a lot of time that could trickle down into them self-doubting themselves. So a lot of times they do need time to themselves to recuperate their energy, to put themselves out there, to let people know, yeah, I'm me too. I'm a person too. Even though I care about you, I always got somebody with me. No, I'm somebody too. I have my own thoughts too. I have my own emotions too. Y'all motherfuckers better listen. I got the right leadership skills. That's Libra. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they do. That makes them, by them understanding another person and different people, that makes them better leaders a lot of times than Aries. Because Aries, see, what just makes Aries a leader sometimes is because they be off on the trail by themselves, and a lot of times people want to follow that trail, but 9 times out of 10, sometimes Aries could give a fuck about leading because they too busy wanting to do it by themselves anyway.
Yep.
And
That's an Aries.
Libra, they like to do
No
things with
lies
people so much,
detected.
sometimes they lose
No
themselves
lies
in others.
detected.
So
No
to the
lies.
point that they need to get a kick-in start to start doing things by themselves, you know what I'm saying? But by them having that energy of wanting to do things with others, that puts them in fears of realities and thinking processes of better ways of how to communicate and relate to people. So when it do come time to lead a situation, this what makes people want to follow Libras. This what make people want the Libra to make the decisions. Even though the Libra may sit back and be like, damn, I don't want to be the one to make the decision. But that energy alone makes people look at them like, yeah, you're the one. You got it. We need you. And then that gives the Leo some sense like, oh shit, yeah, they got me now. You know what I'm saying? Jump in, start doing breakdance moves. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid.
Before you know it, they got a party going. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's the cardinal Libra. Now, the fixed fixed air, Aquarius. Now, they the thinkers and the communicators, but it's fixed. So they communicate the way they like to communicate. You're not going to change the way an Aquarius communicate. They got their own thought processes of how they want to approach everybody and how they want everybody to see them. They got their own way of it. So when you come trying to analyze an Aquarius about they should do this or they should do that or why you come across like that, they know how they coming across. And the fact that you telling them how they coming across, you actually falling into their plan because they do this shit mentally. They got mental type shit going on. Aquarius, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's their own shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to sit there. They don't sit there and elaborate and want to elaborate how they communicate and how they would think with others. They got their own fixed way of how they think, and once you try to temper with that, you're gonna get that argumentative Aquarius. But a lot of times Aquarius won't argue with you. They'll tell you what you want to hear and fuck you. Get the fuck out your face.
And
you
fuck
wondering
you.
why you ain't talked to that person in a while, and it's because they
is
felt
true.
like you wasn't part of their communication style. You wasn't part of the energy that they was trying to communicate, so they had to leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their own way of how their own fixed quality. Now the good thing about this is they know themselves well enough. Like I said, anytime it's the fixed modalities, they take the most time of understanding themselves, and they have the best time at accepting themselves better than the cardinal and the mutable signs.
Yes.
Like the fixed
I'm trying
signs
to tell you guys that. Yes.
understand to accept themselves
Exactly.
faster. You know, like a lot of the mutable and a lot of the cardinal signs be doing shit, but a lot of times they may not accept themselves or self-doubt themselves. The fixed signs, all the fixed signs is to themselves so much to the point that they get stuck in their ways to the point that when it comes time for a person to accept themselves and just supposed to fully accept themselves, the fixed signs does that the fastest. Mm-hmm. So why
that
everybody
so
thinks
true.
they slow, they be the fastest where it counts, where it actually counts. You know what I'm saying? Now the fixed signs know themselves faster than any other cardinal or mutables. You know what I'm saying? Now Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna stay fixated on one outlook and see. They like to add a lot of scientific or a lot of logical perceptions to how they see things. So once they start learning this shit, ain't nothing you gonna be able to tell that motherfucking Aquarius.
Hey,
right or wrong?
killer. Hey,
You
sweetie.
know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna put you in a situation where you're gonna feel like there's no right or wrong anyway. So judging them, what they're doing, if it's right or wrong, is gonna do you no justice. So don't even get into no mental sparring with no Aquarius, because you're gonna do nothing but mentally wear yourself out. Now, let's get to the mutable air. Now the mutable air is Gemini. Now this the mutable air, so this the scattered air, this the thinker, this the communicators everywhere. This the fastest portion of it. This is the Mercury version of it. This is like the air that's on the ground that you first initially feel. It ain't like the Libra air where say it's a hot day, you put the air conditioner on. That's the air just for you. It's there for you. It's there for your love, your pleasure, your or it's not the Aquarius air where it's stuck stable. Like air, like somebody trying to put some air in a jar or put some air in a pressure pipe or a tire or something, like air in a tire or air in a balloon. That's Aquarius. That's like a fixed air, a circumference of air having other air thoughts, but it's its own air. It separates itself from the other air. You know what I'm saying? It's like a balloon air. You know what I'm saying? It's not that air. Mutable. The Gemini air is the air that's scattered everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. It's here. So it's thinking that, and if it's not around a lot of people talking, it's mind doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I talk to themselves.
Like to look at the
Them
details,
Gemini be
but
talking to
the
themselves.
thing about Geminis, they gotta be careful of not coming across too many details, because they read so many details throughout the day that they forgot what they learned in general. And the only thing that they put their muscle building on, only thing that they built their muscle on in the mind was actually getting used to reading details. But actually getting the things out of the details that you really need to get out of, they may have went over so many details, so many instructions that day that they just forgot everything. Only thing that they mind put in repetition was to let's always look at the details. So, you know what I'm saying? They may look like they the people who always going and reading the instructions or always know what to do, whatever like that. But that's just because their mind is in that rotation energy. But it's in it so much that throughout the thing, whatever they do is so scattered that they forget what they learned. And then the subject have to come back like that, in that same energy, for them to remember again and be like, oh, This is why a lot of times a Gemini may take credit for something you came up with. Because they was thinking about so much other shit when you came up with it, it was a good idea. So they done came up with so many ideas to add on to it, it became their idea in their mind. So a few days later, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, remember when I came up with this? And it's gonna be hard for you to be like, nah, I came up with that, because all the ideas that they added to it, you gonna be like, damn, that sound good. And then it ain't to a couple of days later than you think, and be like, well damn, I initiated the feeling about it though. I sparked the idea. He just added shit, you know what I'm saying? That's how they do. But hey, they smart as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Gemini's smart as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no point arguing with them too. The things with Geminis, they know who to argue with and who not to argue with. And they don't like arguing with fools. Sometimes they can play the fool, but if you got them a little higher elevated Geminis, they know how to not argue with fools. You know what I'm saying? Because they come from the mindset of a fool. They come from a mindset of a jack of all trades. They come from a mindset of a person who know how to manipulate. They come from a mindset of a person who could talk their way out of a wet paper bag. There's a lot of people who can't talk their way out of a wet paper bag. A Gemini can, and sometimes they use it, sometimes, and they know when not to use it. The elevated ones, you got them petty ones who just. And that's sometimes if they got a water moon or a fire moon, they may jump off because like I said, the water and fire are the fillers. So once the fire moon start to feel like it sees something that other people don't see, the Gemini sun is gonna be like, yeah. Soon as the water start to feel like it feels something that no one else understands, the Gemini sun gonna be like, yeah. But if an air person got an air moon or earth moon, this makes them more reserved, more quiet. They more quiet and know who to argue with, know who not to argue with, know what ideas to present and know what ideas not to present. And this, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, this, I'm gonna be honest with you. This video was supposed to be about when opposites clash. But I ain't did a video in so long and I feel good right now. Y'all know me, like, damn, like, so I gotta make another video. I'm about to stop this video, roll the L real quick, and then come with the actual video I was supposed to do when opposites clash. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Goddamn,
He took us all around the world and and he still couldn't find his baby. Hold on, guys.
I enjoyed it though. That was very informative. Tony, you on mute.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. Let me know what y'all want to do next. Put it inside.
So we're going to take this time. If you guys just got here, go ahead and hit that like. Please hit subscribe. And Tony's Cash App, if you want to donate, is $SugarLove820. That's $SugarLove 820. You can't be a hater all your life. Go ahead and hit that like button, please. Thank you. That was so informative, though. I really. Yeah. Put all your signs in the chat so we can see who we messing with. We can see who's who. And then you can tell us whether what he's saying applies to you or not. Because every time he talks about my sign, it's so accurate. Everything he's ever said, I really enjoyed it. Hey, Kenla, Nicole, Rocky, everybody in the chat. I see you all. Royalty Pro. How y'all doing?
Oh, Royalty Pro. I want to do Scorpio. I'm sorry. Where's Royalty Pro? Where's my sharpshooter? Where my sharpshooter at?
I didn't necessarily see her. I was just shouting out people I know that are in the chat.
Oh, because I was going to do Scorpio just for her. I was wanting to do something on air signs to make y'all like really, really mad, right? I want to do something on air signs that nobody speaks upon, that I know about, but I don't know if he took it down or nothing. But I was going to make y'all air signs like really mad, right? I know which videos that make you happy and which videos that's not nice. I give you the I'll give you the sugar, and I also give you the sour, because I love you that much. And like I said, it's not personally about you. It could be about somebody you know that's also the same sign as you. And it could be just something that you just need to look out for. Oh God, he took it down. He took it down. He going straight to hell. He took it down. He took it down. He took it down. But the name of the video is Why Air Signs Are Hoes. Are whores. He took it down. He took it down. He took it down. But that shit was funny as hell. I was like, it's so true, but nobody believed me. But it's so true. Damn it. Okay, let me see what sign of. No, we're not doing Leo. Leo is coming up. Leo is definitely coming up. We're going out in a bang. A bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
All right, this what I'm going to do. If y'all put your signs in the chart, I will see which one has. I will go by how many. Huh?
I just said that when you were going.
I was on the phone. That's why you my boo.
That's so funny.
That's why you the co-host. Y'all the bomb. Put your signs. I already know for soldiers Aquarius. I already know my sisters. Put your signs in the chat, and we'll see what we do next. Cause remember, we ain't got that much time to go, cause we gotta get ready for our next show tonight. Put your signs up in there. If not, I wanted that why air signs are horrors. Oh God, I wanted that one. Oh God, that was so good. But I will go to what air signs think. I will go to how air signs think. That's what I'm gonna do, because y'all can't make up y'all mind and stuff. Here we go. Air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. This one's for you. This is just how y'all think. Y'all can agree or not to agree. A lot of people don't like to agree because they swear for God is about them. Because they're not like that. And they also forget there are shadow signs to every sign. So you can't say, oh no, that's not true. No, you're just a positive person. But these people use them same traits for negative reasons. Like people like, oh no, Nature Boy is not a Taurus. Yes, the hell, Nature Boy is a straight up Taurus. But he uses it for negative things. I know all us lying this girl. We're going out with a bang, bang, bang. Okay. How air signs think. Let's see. He's a little choppy. That's not me. That's not him. If we don't hear it correctly, then I just move on to the next video.
Way that they are. And if you can explain this level of reasoning without arguing, without getting emotional, then you will get along with air signs just fine. This is why a lot of air signs get along, is because they understand that, like, you can go back and forth without it turning into an argument. Like, you can.
I thought you was an Aquarius, for Soldier. What are you?
If you disagree with with me,
All
I
this
want
time I
you to
thought you was an
state
Aquarius.
everything you disagree
Oh,
with.
you
You
a
know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna
Saggy.
turn it into banter. It's gonna be like an exchange of information. Aquarius will let you do this. Gemini will somewhat let.
Oh, she put herself out. She be back. Sorry about that, guys.
Y'all know I
There
be
she
touching
go.
the wrong button. See, he got his quality is not good, so I'm not gonna keep it. I'm sorry. Masturbators and master debaters. He's so stupid, but that is technically a air sign. They are master debaters and master masturbators. I didn't like the quality. I didn't like the quality. I did not like the quantity. But we're gonna do Sagittarius for. We're gonna break down Saggy for you guys. We're gonna do Saggy.
You don't
I
have
was.
another Gemini video?
Oh, you wanna know about Gemini?
Uh-huh. I got one
Well, we
sitting
got.
right here. I need to investigate.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna do you the good and bad of Gemini. I'm gonna do you the. I can tell you that personally, but we will do it. But they gonna leave out some stuff. Man,
Okay.
you'll catch me at the end, girl. But they buy the best gifts
Nice.
though. It depends on
Okay.
where they at in their life though. It
Okay.
really depends. And people who deal with Geminis, I always say that they all may not be the same, but you must leave them room for freedom.
Right. Well,
Or
that's
you
the air. That's the air part.
right.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. I'm loving it. You got it. You got it.
I'm
You
learning. I'm
got
learning.
it's the air part. And people don't understand that when they get with air signs, especially Libra, not too much because they cardinal, they too busy working on something, but especially Aquarius and Geminis. You
Mm.
must leave them room for freedom. They always have to do something. They always got somewhere to go. They must be out in the air. Not
Mm.
saying all of them are like that. But when you see some that's been in the house and they tired of being in the house and they just happen to walk out, don't think it's you. Don't
They
think,
just have to
okay, you know what I'm saying? Don't think it's me. Okay, did
right.
I do something? Don't feel a certain way. It's just that they have to get out.
Huh.
They need that freedom. They need that more than water.
Wow.
They need
Okay.
that more than like majority of the people you'll see hanging out all the time. That'll usually be air signs. Where they going? Nowhere. But they have to be talking, slow socializing. But they always have to be out there. That's why I tell people if you are a couch potato and you're looking for a cuddle buddy, Aquarius, I mean Geminis and Aquarius are not for
I'm
you.
not the one for you. Yeah.
Unless you can say, listen, I may be a cuddle buddy. See, it can go both ways if you learn to respect people
Mhm.
traits.
Right.
Like I don't take it if I'm dealing with a Gemini, I'm not taking a person. I already know he gotta travel. That's if he is that type of person. Or I know
Right.
he got somewhere to go. I know he's not gonna be in the house. But that doesn't mean he's cheating. He's just in his element.
Right.
Just because that's not my element and I want to stay in the house, see that will leave a lot of arguments when you say
Right.
this is their element.
Right.
So
Exactly.
there's no need for me to get mad because this their element. I'm
Mm.
the couch. I'm the couch potato. So let me get my videos and stuff lined up. Let me find myself something to do. They'll be back home.
Mm.
Now the negative side to them damn air signs,
Mm.
which we'll talk about that later.
Ah,
But I want to do
what are we doing
Saggy.
next? Scorpio? Oh,
I'm doing
Sagittarius.
Saggy because we got a lot of Saggies in here. Am I correct? We
Okay,
got a lot of Saggies in here, right? We got a lot of Sag, right?
that's
We
my new
got
one.
we got a lot of Saggies, right? We're gonna do Sagittarius. Understanding. I'm gonna do the woman first. See, when you spell stuff wrong, you fucked up. When you spell stuff wrong, you fuck it all up. Here we go. Now let's see. Okay, part 1. Understanding the Sagittarius woman. There go my man Fernando. We ain't gonna play the love and hate. I'll do that later because my time is ticking. Because by 7 o'clock, I'm starting the other juicy. Okay, Saggies, this goes out to you. And then if it's still time, I'll let D-Lo explain his version of Saggies. And then I will explain my version of Saggies. Saggies, I love my Saggies, but it's 2 types of Saggies, honey. You got the ones you got the DMX Saggy that's gonna tear shit up. And then you got the other one you got the other cutthroat ones like DMX. I mean, not like DMX, like Jay-Z. Okay. And then the cutthroats. Damon Dash should have knew better. He should have known Jay-Z was gonna cut that throat, because you didn't see that fire in Jay-Z. So you should have known he was a cutthroat Sagittarius.
How's everybody doing? Hi. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.com, where I have more goodies in that website. Like a reptilian.
You know we love you, Fernando.
No, Sagittarius, the Sagittarius female, represents mutable fire. You have cardinal fire, the cardinal fire of Aries, cardinal fire that lights up the night sky to the constellations and stars.
Can y'all hear? Because he's kind of low. I can't cut it up.
Billions.
Tony, can you mute? Can you put yourself on mute?
Trillions of stars and universes. When you look up into the night sky and you see the canvas of space lit up with fiery lights, dancing lights, that is the fire of Aries, the cardinal fire that started it all, the big spark, the big bang. And I've discussed the Aries female. And of course, I've discussed Leo, fixed fire. Fixed fire is the fire that we can contain, that we can claim as our own. We cannot claim the fires and stars and brightness of Aries, of Lucifer, because it's all over the universe, observable and non-observable part of the universe. So it's too impersonal for us to appreciate its beauty. So fixed fire is Leo, which represents our own solar fire. Every solar system has a sun. So do we. And that's our light that we can appreciate, which gives us life here on Earth. Because without the sun staying fixed in space to give us continual light, continuous energy, then there will be no life. Nothing will grow, nothing will live. And we also have an inner sun. And Leo represents that inner sun, the solar plexus, the divine child, the beauty that never gets old. So mutable fire is a lot more manageable and approachable than the fiery glow of the sun. We cannot look at the sun or we'll get blinded. And we certainly cannot leave our bodies to go into space to experience the stars of Aries. It's too demonic. No, we have to be here. But yeah, we cannot look at the sun or appreciate it in this flesh because it'll harm us. So then the only fire that we can handle is the mutable fire of Sagittarius. And even then, it's still dangerous because fire is fire. A fire from a forest burning down dry bush in California is quite different than a match fire. But if you put your finger on that match fire, it's still going to burn you just as effectively as a big bushfire in California or fiery volcano. So there really is no safety net when it comes to fire. Fire is fire. right? Okay. And by saying that, I'm giving you a subtlety of what the personality and ego of the Sagittarian female is like. The Sagittarian female is adorable, but she is something else. She can be blunt and say things you don't want to hear. She's outspoken and sees the world as it really is. She's optimistic though, even though she knows the odds are stacked pretty high against humanity. She still makes light of it or tries to make light of it. She she's paradoxical, and her paradoxical opinions, which can have you guessing her, are so irritating, so nerve wracking that you don't know if she's paying you a compliment or if she's insulting you. Her opposite sign is Gemini. That's the opposite polarity of Sagittarius. So she's a little bit of a trickster, of an antagonizer, poking the bear. And she's so clever that the subtlety of her language will keep you guessing because you don't know where she's coming from. Okay, she's brutally honest. That's the thing that many people can't seem to stand about Miss Sagittarius. In fact, many of them are scared. Many of them are scared because of her bluntness, and she does it in such a way that you just don't see it coming. You just don't see it coming. You don't know what to do. And then you don't know if you want to punch her in the neck or if you just want to like chuckle and laugh and go, okay. You just don't know. You have to experience the moment for you to know how you feel about it. Because she can be, kind of a queer bird herself, but it seems more like she enjoys it. Okay. She can be very honest and blunt when it comes to her most intimate thoughts about you. And she'll have you crying because you know that she is not bullshitting you. You know she's being honest. She's being innocently honest. That's what makes it so damn crazy. Is that she's being innocently honest.
Weapon program.
And in that innocence of honesty, you may get hurt. Because, for example, she could say something like, you have bad breath. Are you sure you don't have a cavity? I think that you should check it out, because it's just nauseating. I was thinking if it was coming from your stomach or if it was coming from your mouth. Have you seen a dentist? Has anyone ever have told you that before? Like, see, I can smell it right now.
Yo, that's some cold shit. That's some cold shit. Damn.
Noble and helping you maybe understand something that maybe she thought that you didn't understand. Because if you understood, you wouldn't be having this problem because you would have taken care of it by now. So she's saying that there's something that you're not aware. So she feels that it's in her duty and in your best interest that she let you know. It's those kinds of honesties that can be extremely insulting, extremely irritating, and extremely embarrassing for when you're caught off guard. Because she will catch you off guard. Now, she, like her counterpart, can be aloof concerning her own family. Again, like Miss Gemini. She likes living alone too. Now, she could have a boyfriend or husband. Well, if she has a husband, it's a different story. She could have a room that she likes to go in by herself or take walks by herself. And there's a part of her that likes being alone and likes being with her thoughts. But even if she has a boyfriend, she most likely lives at home and he lives in his home. No. And even though they live together, there's still a psychological part of her psyche that demands a certain amount of isolation. Okay. She loves to travel. That's another thing about her that you have to understand. She loves to travel. If she doesn't have the money to travel internationally, from country to country, she'll travel locally. Go to a neighbor's house. Go to a girlfriend's house. Throughout the day, she would have visited 5, 6 people. And if she can't do that, and if she can't travel from state to state, she'll travel in her mind. Because, travel to her is not just physical. She can also travel internally in her mind. And sometimes it's far more exciting when you do your travels in your mind than physically. I mean, me personally, I like to go and travel and see the different places. And I think any Sagittarian does as well. But it seems to be far more rewarding or even fun to also travel within your mind and to know that you have the ability to do that. And she certainly has the ability to do that. See, she possesses a restless energy and is constantly on the go. She has very unsettling energy. You could be sitting with her and just you and her, and you will feel the vibration of her impatience. If she's not tapping her feet or quivering her knee, or biting her nails, because she feels that she has to do something and act she must and keep herself flowing and going so that she doesn't reach stagnation, then she will transfer that energy over to you. She might even become a bully and kind of be antagonistic just to keep herself occupied. And remember, Gemini is the opposite of Sagittarius, the trickster. So she can be a little bit of an antagonist and use words to really get under people's skin, and yet be very innocent about it and very smiley about it. But she could be a real peach. A real peach.
Like I told you guys before, must I say it again? I said it before. Their partner sign or your polar opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. Again, do you always notice that none of these astrologers really get into the sign without bringing up your polar opposite? Which a lot of people, when they tell you about your sign, they do not do that. They'll tell you all about your sign, but they forget what you pull from your polar opposite sign. So you notice every single astrologer, every last one, if you're a true astrologer, you notice that they always let you know about your polar opposite. So if you didn't know, Sagittarius, that your partner sign is Gemini, and that's why both of y'all are crazy. That's why both of y'all is out of this world. But I love you. But y'all not on planet Earth. Your brains are not on planet Earth. Really. It's really not. But I still love you. But hopefully, y'all enjoying this. I'm glad you're sad, you hear me? Whoop, whoop. So now he may not go all into Gemini, but he's just letting you know, sometimes you act a certain way because you pulling from your partner sign, and your partner sign for Sagittarius would be Gemini. Let's go. And so far, everybody said if any lies are detected, they will let me know. So far, there's no lies detected. They call you a bully, Kendall. You look so sweet, though. All right, Sag. Let's finish Saggies. Because there's 2 parts to this.
Peach. Oh, I tell you, if you don't want her to do something, you have to ask her.
I love you, Foot Soldier. You know my baby.
She's not going to figure out what you want. Okay.
You see her mouth?
She's not going to.
Foot Soldier mouth is terrible. See, he telling the damn truth.
Irritate her. She likes directness because she herself likes to deal in such a directness. All right. She enjoys being protected, but not ordered around or ordered about. Not even her mother can get away with that. So neither will anybody else. Okay. She, like Miss Capricorn, will test your firmness. Now, this is where she can be a real bit of a boop, boop, boop. Because if you're not firm with her, this is enough for her to kind of mess with you. You have to be firm because she's going to test you. She'll lose respect for you if you can treat her. If you, you know,
No, you're not. But so you're in the right chat, my love.
you gotta be firm
I love you.
because if you're not firm with her, she will lose respect for you. She's gonna treat you any way she wants. You don't want that. Okay? She, like Miss Scorpio, can't stand a weak or a wishy-washy man. So if you're that type of dude, that's a little bit in the sense of the soft side, you cannot be with a Sagittarian woman. It'll eventually drive her nuts. You know, okay. I know I do so much drinking, you know, that it's nice if I can have a little bit of coffee in it every now and then. But this is tea. And it's the ginger. It's the, you would think it made me feel better, but anyway. Now, if she gets out of hand and pushing buttons and being kind of like a little bitch, you know, and just for fun, you are gonna have to kind of like threaten her. Listen, you have to pull her coat, ring her in. Listen, you do that shit again, I'm a boop, 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 boop. Don't put your hand on her. But you talk to her with firmness and let her know that you mean it, she'll back off. She'll start to act like a frightened little girl. And it will surprise you that she suddenly backs off. You see, she don't like a man to dominate her, but she likes to feel that you treat her like a girl and that you can dominate her every now and then. But just with words. Not physically, because yeah, she don't like that either. Okay. Now, timidity and meekness are not her style. There's nothing timid about her, and there's no meekness to her. She wants to play the coy game with you, but she's not the flirty type. She'll be coy, but she won't be flirty unless she has a motivation to do so. Right? But she'll use the flirty excuse to get out of any potential love situation she would rather avoid. See, that's where she can be a little bit of a shyster, because you know it's most likely that the guy will fall for the Sagittarian girl rather than she fall for him. She'll play and toy with his feelings, and if she does get serious, and he's not that serious, and he manages to kind of like break her heart, number one, she ain't gonna let him know that he just broke her heart. She'll cry her eyes out in the pillow, but not let him feel that he got something over her. She won't be played. If anything, she'll flip it. And in a very, very clever way, not convince you because you've left her, but she'll convince people around her that she was the one that let you go and that all she did was play with you and it was just an all good fun time. And she'll make you believe it. And she'll be so good at telling that kind of creative lie that she'll believe it herself. Yeah.
You're on mute.
What would I do without y'all? What the hell would I do? That's because you told me. This time it wasn't because of the ice. You told me to put it on mute. And I was obliging to what you said, so I ain't getting no trouble. You know what I'm saying? So this is your fault this time. What is your sign, His Lordship? What is your sign? I mean, you want to say, you're going to have to say, what is your sign? And she said, talking too much. What is your sign? And I like to remind you, His Lordship, you owe me. I want an outro, an intro, a middle tro, a left tro, a right tro. I want the best intro, outro, and I already got the song, a couple of songs, so I can have a couple of different intros. Thank you very much. Men ain't ish. No, we're not doing that, His Lordship. I'm going to erase that. You're a Taurus. You are a Taurus Virgo. There's no such thing as a Taurus Virgo. There's no such thing as a Taurus Virgo. And I try to explain to people all the time. Your moon sign is not what you are. Your moon sign is how you feel. You may not, some people could feel a certain way and do not act on it. People go, oh, because of my moon is this, my moon is that, I feel like this. Some people don't act on their feelings. Your sun is what shows up. Your sun is what shows up. Your sun is what people going to see you do. You know, so even if your other planets, people do notice your other planets, at the end of the day, your sun sign is always going to out, because it's the sun. The sun is going to outshine everything. Yeah, I want all of that. I want all of that in a bag of chips, His Lord. I want the whole bag of chips, Daggett. And I don't... Why riding? What is your sign? You a Virgo or you a Taurus? Or you want to keep it to yourself? That's good. But we're going to keep this going because we do have a part 2. And I don't want to keep my fellow Saggies waiting.
She'll believe in herself. But behind closed doors, she will be so crushed, so devastated, trying to figure out, well, what went wrong? What did I do? What did I do that was so bad? Not realizing that this woman just doesn't have a filter. And women that have no filter and talk to a man thinking that they can talk to any man the way they want are usually the ones that are alone. Really.
Hey, Queen.
Yeah, you're alone. Okay, I knew there was another one stuck here. Her bluntness and her brutal honesty gets her into plenty of trouble. Those closest to her usually become her casualties. She's often misunderstood though by that because she doesn't mean to be hurtful. She doesn't mean to be insulted. She doesn't mean to be mean. It's just that she just doesn't know how to be dishonest. She has to be honest, and honest she must. You know, and that hurts those around her, and they don't want to deal with her. You know, they'll tolerate her, and no one likes to be tolerated. But she can bring that out in you. She can provoke that in you. See, that's what's so sad, you know. And she don't mean to, you know. She really is a good girl. Okay. She doesn't like her integrity questioned though, and doesn't feel.
Hey, my baby. Hey, goddess.
To no man.
Hey,
See, and I think that's the problem right there.
They're making me do Sagittarius.
She needs to explain
Okay,
herself to no
okay,
man.
all
Even her
right.
boyfriend.
Well, let's see what's. Well,
If
you
the
know, I have
boyfriend
a
is coming and
Sagittarius
knocking
moon.
downstairs to let him in, and she might have a man in that apartment.
I gotta switch device.
And it might be her brother-in-law. It might even be her actual brother. You think she would tell him, no, I can't see you right now. I'm talking to, and mention the man's name, and you know it's a man, because he's having some trouble. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh,
If
God.
I was that man knocking to be seen by my own girlfriend, to let me know because there's a man up there, not knowing because she shouldn't tell you the whole story, that it's her brother or brother-in-law. And I'm going to get pissed. I might break up with you right then and then, I even tell you. See, these kind of things happen to the Sagittarian woman all the time. She's constantly misunderstood when she comes across the way she does. And the thing is that she's like a man. She thinks like a man. You know, Sagittarius is a masculine fire sign, like it is Leo and Aries. and she thinks like a man and responds like a man, and she doesn't realize that she don't got a dick. She's got a boop boop. And oh, really? Okay, we gotta stop. It's 20 minutes, so we're gonna go towards part 2 right away.
Oh no. He took off the part 2.
Say it ain't so.
Yo, he been doing everybody dirty. He been doing everybody dirty. He been doing, he ain't right. He been doing everybody dirty. See, if y'all would have watched him back in the days, y'all would have saw part 1 and 2. Okay, let's see if D-Lo got Sagittarius. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say. Yo, he dead wrong. He dead wrong. But he got to make his money, so he wants you to go on over to his website. So, oh well. Oh, he does women. He just talks about Saggy. Let's see what he
Flight
got.
boss, bitch,
Let's see about that. He dead wrong. If I would have known he was gonna act like that, I would have been did this long time ago. Took both of them in a long time ago. He dead wrong. He's stinking wrong. He dirty wrong. He nasty wrong. But for the part 1 that we got, no lies detected. Let's go. This is just a template. Then he'll get into other things. Let's go.
No, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon, Flight Buster Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now we're gonna talk about the astrological flight revamp for the 2018 Sagittariuses. And reason why I say that is because I got a lot of videos on Sagittarius. So right now I just want to break down the basic archetype on why Sagittariuses act the way that they act. Now, once I break down these basic algorithms and patterns and alignments, these are energetic forces that all Sagittariuses naturally have. You see what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Now, Sagittarius in general, the influence of Sagittarius was created by the 9th house. Now, what is the 9th house? 9th house is higher education or education in general. So the things that you know and you was educated on. And it's also long distance travel and also short distance travel. Now, what is long distance travel?
Oh yeah, and a banana. Even though that's not your sign, that's your moon sign. So you could be learning about your moon sign at the same time.
Yeah,
Being
gotcha.
Being that we on Saggy.
Gotcha.
So now you can combine that, or I will help you combine that with your Gemini. Oh gosh, with your Cancer energy. I'm gonna show you how it works together.
Okay.
So a good thing I did. I don't know what made me do, but good thing I did do it. So now I don't have to break it down because he's breaking down Sagittarius. So you're gonna see now. I got to see how it works together. But we're gonna finish with this because all my Saggies in the house, which should have been waiting for Saggy season, but hell, why not?
Internally or externally. Internally could be long distance travel within the mind, the heart, and things and the feelings. Externally could be in the real physical world and you're actually going traveling. Also, the 9th house represents wisdom, knowledge, meaning, reasoning, and broad philosophical points of views of looking at the world, spirituality, and God in many ways, shapes, and forms. Astrology, mysticism, occult, and science. So that's the 9th house. So when you look at a Sagittarius, they play out these kind of archetypes a lot of times. Sagittarius may naturally have the energy of being a teacher or being educated or being wise.
That's Anna. She got that mix with her.
Going through similar experiences to you, or just going through experiences in general, whether they're bad or good. You see what I'm saying? That's how they develop wisdom and knowledge in some type of way. This person may be a person that likes to always tie meanings and reasonings to things and things of that nature, and they always have a broad sense of the collective conscious on how other people see and feel about things when it comes to philosophy or God or things of that nature, even if they're not religious. So this archetype is being pushed through the Sagittarius energy in general. Now, for the most part, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Now, what is Jupiter? Jupiter is wisdom, knowledge, experience in general, right? And it's how one is able to tie higher meanings and reasonings to things. So Jupiter is expansion, because the experiences that it puts you through could be bad or good, but since you're able to extract wisdom and knowledge out of it and able to tie new or higher meanings or reasons to that experience, then ultimately that expanded your mind. So Jupiter is always going to be a beneficial. So it expands whatever area of life it's affecting in your life. So for the most part, Jupiter, this is another archetype and an energetic force that Sagittarius may carry. You know, Sagittarius may carry the energy of a person who may like to give you wisdom and knowledge about your experience, or a person who may like to think and add higher meanings or reasoning to the experiences that they're going through and things of that nature. And these people like to expand on ideas, expand on action, expand on thought, expand on emotions and feelings, expand on, you see it saying, it's like, because it's half man, half animal. And when I say man, that's man and woman. So they're kind of like social and kind of got an understanding like the air signs in Virgo, but so they're kind of man woman like, but at the same time they understand the animal nature, which is the lower nature of the human also. So this what makes them have higher knowledge over lower things. So when you're going through a lower state or keep experiencing lower moments in your life, this is what makes a Sagittarius optimistic and make you feel like you want to be around them, because you feel more upbeat and feel more relaxed and giddy around them. You know what I'm saying? So this is what makes them have giddy type personalities, to the point that they can charm you up even when they in a bad attitude. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's so bad. I can't put it on and get it undone. I can't put it on the closet because we can't do the bed. You gotta open it. Open it. Yeah, so now I don't know how to fix the bed tomorrow. You're not here tomorrow, and that's not dry.
To succeed in the autonomous vehicles industry, you need data engineers and connected infrastructure. Your people need high quality of life and great schools. There is a place that has it all, and it's just outside of New York City, with access to a massive quantity of high quality data, top universities, great neighborhoods, and the #1 ranked schools in the country. Middlesex County, New Jersey is a community accelerating the autonomous vehicles industry. Go to discovermiddlesex.com/biz.
It's like a scattered warmth fire that make you feel in whatever way it make you feel, regardless of that feeling in the first place. So Sagittarius is the fire in the first place. It's the filler in the first place. When you pick up their energy, it's gonna make you. It's just gonna entice however you was feeling in general. So if you was feeling happy, sad, or angry, or excited, or whatever like that, it enticed that. But the actual energy that you got that from wasn't necessarily in that vibration. That it could have been in its own vibration, its own anger or happiness. You see what I'm saying? It's just fireworks weird. Water know how to make you feel the way it feel. Fire just makes you feel and entice your feeling already. It's weird when you start to understand energies. Now, also, Mercury is away here. So Mercury, what is Mercury? Mercury is thinking, communicating, analyzing. You see what I'm saying? And being able to effectively look at the details and instructions of something. Now, it's away, so it's at work. So it's in an area, a place that it doesn't like to be. It can't really make it do what it do here. I like to say when a planet is away, it's at work. It has to utilize the tools that it has in order to get the job done. So it's like basically in a nutshell in a place that it doesn't want to be in. It just has to do things that it doesn't want to do. So when Mercury want to be curious, dibble and dabble into everything, be curious and analyze and puzzle and look at the metaphor of things. Can't really do that here because it's too busy trying to see the broad perspective of something or the meaning and reasoning behind something or the spirit behind something. Or you see what I'm saying, or the experience behind something. So Sagittariuses may play out the energetic forces sometime, whether they are Sagittariuses or even if they just have Mercury here, but it doesn't matter. The Sagittarius energy itself, a lot of times they may play out characteristics of not caring about details. Not caring about puzzles, not caring about analyzing, not caring about thinking, not even caring about relating a lot of times and relating their communication style a lot of times. A lot of times they just want to go off and express themselves. So the way they express themselves is their way of communicating, is their way of making you think what they want you to think. You know what I'm saying? They like to control the mind based upon action and insight and wisdom, not based upon logic and wording and reasoning, based upon the word reasoning, not the meaning and reasoning that they tie to it for themselves as far as their moral. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes Sagittarius is moral, other than moral philosophers, other than logical and ethical. You see what I'm saying? Also, Sagittarius is with Mercury being away here. This is what makes them.
Hey, Tip.
A lot of times, Sagittarius may play out the archetype of not being able to effectively communicate what they're trying to express. A lot of times, so they have to find something and find gadgets and find other. Now I'm a Sag moon, and then I'm an Aries in Mercury, so they trying each other. So y'all see, I have the gift of showing the flaw in my way of communicating. See what I'm saying? But for the most part, Mercury being in Sagittarius, being away here, is part of the energetic archetype of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, it may be hard for them to effectively explain or communicate what's going on with them and what's in their head a lot of times also. So they find a need to want to escape. Because it's not that they are escapists and adventurers, which it can lead into that, but it's really that they just don't want to be caged in or around that type of responsibility of having to communicate effectively or having to think and analyze about something, because you're going to be around, when you're around others, that's part of the energy that you have to do, and that can be draining for a fire always like to detach, but they all detach in their own way, and this is how Sagittarius detach. Now it's also co-ruled by the center of the Milky Way, which is the black hole. So what does that mean? That means full wisdom and knowledge over the totality of this experience. So Sagittarius, this what makes Sagittarius have.
You on mute? Oh no, she done gone. She hit the wrong button. She be back.
Yeah, you know how Sharon that doggone new mouse of hers. What is this lordship dude? He is trying to have him a whole reading in the chat.
We up here like some golden girls try and use technology. We like the black golden girls.
Okay. Girl, I let my speaking of that, I let my grandkids use my hotspot on my phone. And girl, today Verizon called me talking about your bill is 300 and something.
What?
I was like, oh my God, no, man. And she was, getting mad because I was, upset or in shock. I was like, lady, this is the first iPhone I don't know nothing about all. Because she was, she was getting mad at me because I was shocked. Like it was, like, man, you know what's going on. No, I don't.
I know that's right. Dial it back. Tell me what to do. Talk to
All
me
right,
like
I don't know
know
what part you guys missed, right? So I'm gonna rewind
How you
it
gonna
back
come
a
back acting like
little
we
bit.
did something?
I'm
No, you
rewinding back a
didn't.
little bit.
Rude. Tony, I just said we like the black golden girls trying to use technology.
Huh?
I said we look black golden girls trying to use technology. Talking about when you last boss lady talking about that's her and that new mouse. I was like, I don't know why she didn't even.
Exactly. I didn't even know I clicked it because it's right.
I
It's
can't.
my hands can't get used to it because that's where my hand is always at. Because there's no other click should be there.
Well, fuck all y'all. I'm Blanche.
Shit, I'm Betty White. I'm still living. I'll be just as dumb, but I'm a dumb alive one.
Okay.
I'm, oh God. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna mute up.
And if I didn't go back enough, hey. Now, y'all, whatever sign you want to know about, was it Gemini? We're gonna get into Gemini. But let me finish with this. I might go out and come back in for Gemini because these videos is long. So I got to 7 o'clock.
What does that mean? That mean full wisdom and knowledge over the totality of this experience. So Sagittarius, this what makes Sagittarius have the God complex a lot of times. This may cause Sagittarius to feel like they think they know better than everybody else. This will make a Sagittarius feel like they're more far out thinkers, which a lot of times they do become far out thinkers. This will make Sagittarius a lot of times feel like feel very broad perspectivist. Like all Sagittarius signs, I mean not Sagittarius, but all mutable signs come to broad perspectives. This they're in their own way. Earth, which is Virgo, may come to a broad perspective in the Earth and a thinking in a practical way. Gemini may do it in a thinking and analyzing in a communicative way. Pisces may do it in a collective conscious with the emotions and the feelings type way. Sagittarius is going to do this in a way of seeing and feeling also way. You know what I'm saying? So Sagittarius feel like they have the collective conscious on how to see things, how to perceive things. So they feel like they see everything. They feel like they see what you don't see also. And they feel like they feel how you don't feel. And their feelings is way out there, way in the black hole. So they feel like they can feel how the collective conscious feel. They feel like they know how to see things the way the collective conscious see it. So Sagittarius, a lot of times, they feel like... Now let me put this on before this die. I don't know why this always about to die. Now, Sagittarius feel like they're connected with the collective conscious, and they feel like they see what's going on with the collective conscious also. So this what makes them develop certain wisdom, knowledge in their life, and things like they feel like they can know what's going on with everything, with society, or they know how society feel and things of that nature. So this puts them on a broad perspective by them being co-ruled by the black hole. Now this is also fire. Fire represents seeing and feeling. Now seeing doesn't always deal with these two eyes, but realizing. So that deals with intuition, passion, imagination. And it's mutable fire. Being mutable and being able to adapt and be changeable to your own and other people's ways of seeing and feeling. So you like to see how other people see things and how other people feel about things, and you like to come to a broad conclusion on how you're supposed to see and feel about these things in general, no matter the subject. Also is right brain. Now right brain is dealing with the internal realm, all things that's dealing with internal, that's far as like dreams, imaginations, creativity, the internal realm, the realm that we can't see, the feelings and the emotions. And then it's a yang sign. So what does yang represent? Yang represents the external realm, what we can consciously see, what we're consciously aware of, and things of that nature. So for the most part, like I said, everything has a yin and yang. When you look at the right and left brain, and the right brain has a yin and yang, and the left brain has a yin and yang. Now the right brain, yin and yang, the yang will be the fire, the yin will be the water. So right here, fire is the yang version of the right brain. So what does that mean? That's a person who take the internal realm type stuff, imagination, intuition, psyche, visions, visualization, and things of that nature, and want to express it in the yang realm in ways. Express it in the external realm. You know what I'm saying? Be seen for these things. Be seen for the internal realm type things. Be seen for the spirit. Be seen for the things that you can't see. Be the representation of the shapeless and formless. See what I'm saying? So that's what the right brain yang signs do. as far as fire. And then, last but not least, Sagittarius is being backed and supported by the stars. Now, look, the area of life, the date, the location, and the circumstance that made you a Sagittarius. That area right there is being, now the influences and the starlights of Scorpio is moved into that space and location. So what does that mean? That means that everything I explained as you being a Sagittarius is being backed and supported by the Scorpio energy. So look at it like this. Your immutable way of seeing and feeling about the world that you're in, and your wisdom and knowledge is being backed and supported by a fixated way of dealing with your own emotions and feelings, and dealing with that on your intent, willpower, passions, and motivations and transformations in your life. So look at it like this. Things that you dive in deep to, your desires, motivations, passions, and things of that nature, and your own fixated emotions and feelings, and your ability to dive in deep, and your ability to transform, is supporting your immutable way of seeing and feeling about the world and the circumstances that you're in right now. So you go very deep into your ways of seeing and feeling about the world that you're in. And you play the role of wanting to be the person to transform that in some type of way, shape, or form. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Goddamn air.
He needs some water. Let's not forget, there's more things about Sagittarius. We got more videos. This is just the basis. Y'all gotta let me know where y'all want to go. We got time today. I started early. We got time today.
I wanna go back on that doggone Capricorn.
You wanna do Capricorn?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna do the snappy cappy? Men or women?
Did we do man or woman last time?
We didn't do Capricorn at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to do the men.
The damn devil!
Yeah, we just referred to them. They were like a second moon or something like that, right? We didn't do the
First, okay. First, I'm gonna start it out as why I hate Capricorn. I would start it out with that, and then I would end with my man Fernando when he breaks down what Capricorns are. But I like to get different people's perspective. But I will add on to Sagittarius. Do not get mad at me. It's not all of you guys. But Sagittarius is a lot of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. A lot of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know, a lot of them, you got the straightforward ones, straightforward. You know,
so January 1st. That is Capricorn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I need to.
Right. So, like I said, they do theirs. I like for you to hear it from my point of view, and I like for you guys to hear it from an astrologer point of view, because they always keep saying waters, mutable, fixed. Then now you're gonna start getting used to these words. But you got the ones that baby? She been here.
Where was she at yesterday? Talking
she
about
was
I thought
here.
that was gonna do Taurus. Well, how she missed Taurus?
I did Taurus yesterday. Yeah, you're right. Where were you? I think I did Taurus. Yeah, I did Taurus because of Boss Lady. I did Taurus yesterday because I didn't want to get no beating and sit to the corner. But
how she missed that?
She can always be one. But you have the ones that's your friends but not your real friends. the ones that's not, what I mean by friends and not your real friends, them are the ones that are about ambition, and they don't have friends when it's about ambition. They will appear to be your friend, but they're not your friend. They're about moving to the top. Example, Jay-Z. Jay-Z already had a master plan. He had a master plan, and he used a lot of people around him to get to where he's at. Jay-Z is a perfect example of that.
And one thing about them Capricorns is they won't just
Not Capricorn, we still on Sagittarius.
Oh, Sagittarius. Oh,
We're gonna get on Capricorn next. We're gonna on Capricorn next. Oh, they're just their whole sign is users. Their mantra is I use. But they're the ones that's not straight shooters. And then you have the wow, the live wire ones, the ones who uses the fire energy. That would be like the DMX, and that'd be like the Tretch, and that'd be like the like Nicki Minaj. Them the ones that's the straight up blow in your face. I'ma hurt your feelings, and what? You don't want none, I might cut you. So you got, but don't get it twisted. The same traits are in both of them. So don't think because Jay-Z's a snake he won't cut you. It's in him. Don't think he won't hurt your feelings. It's in him. Don't think these things. Don't think DMX can't talk good as the rest of them. That's why everybody used to love when DMX talked. Because whatever he said was philosophical and it made sense. And DMX made you think. So you can go in and out, in and out, in and out. But when you're dealing with a Saggy, you have to know which one you're dealing with. Because if you're dealing with the snake one, you got to be careful. Because they use for you, they would do you really dirty to get to where they have to be. And it's not like they do you dirty and bring you up with them. Them negative Sagittarius don't do that. How many Sagittarius that you see, the negative ones, not positive ones, how many negative Sagittarius you see where they brought people up with them? I'm not saying support them. I'm not saying have they back. I'm not saying be loyal. How many people from back in the days has Jay-Z brought up with him? How many people you see that Nicki Minaj was with from back in the days, she brought up with her? Check out majority of, look at Tina Turner. How many people you have seen that Tina Turner brought up with her? Now you do have the straight fire ones. The straight fire ones is going to look out for people. The straight fire ones. The straight fire ones are the ones that's not the stakes. That's the straight fire. Even though you might get burnt, you might get your feelings hurt, but them are the ones that I got you. You will see them always doing something for people. You will see them always helping out somebody. They may not bring you all the way up with them, but they got you. You good. Long as they friend, you good. Like DMX, when you be around somebody like Jamie Foxx. Like Jamie Foxx, he might not bring everybody up with him, but you good. See, them are the Sagittarius you need to be around. Them are the ones that's going to learn you. They're going to school you. They're going to tell you, very, good conversation. Give you stuff to think about. And if they got it, you got it. If I'm good, you good. They might not bring you up to the top with them, but it don't matter. You should be able to hold your own anyway. You can't blame somebody because you're not able to hold your own. Exactly, Kenla. You get it now. Now you get it. You got it. That's why I have to use certain artists so you can see what I'm talking about and get an understanding of what I'm saying. Even Samuel Jackson. Who have you seen He know everybody in the book. Who have you seen that he brought up with him? Where's his old friends at? But if you're around him, you good. But I don't know. I don't know why Sagittarius does that, but Sagittarius does that. But you know what? Hold your own. They make good friends. They make good friends. They will look out for you. They'll make sure you good, but they're just not bringing you along with them. You better be about something on your own. See, that's the part they don't tell you about. But them snake ones, all you is a stepping stone for them to get to the top. And once Tina Turner got to the top, what happened?
She was too busy kicking people down back into the barrel.
Hello, because that's the snake Sagittarius. I tell you, it's two types of Sagittarius. It's two types. So you gotta be, when you're dealing with one, you gotta know which one you're dealing with. Like I said, they make great friends. If they good, you good. What else more can you ask for? It's not their job to bring you with them. Some people like to bring people up with them. But that's Sagittarius. I don't have to bring you up with me, but I'm going to make sure you good. I'm going to make sure you good. And that's all you can ask for. That's all. And then they're going to give you the tools. If you listen to them, they'll give you the tools to make it on your own. Now, I ain't helping you. I got things to do. But I'll give you the tools. I'll tell you everything you need to know. I'll tell you the game. I'll give you the game and everything. But you on your own. They're not sitting back babysitting you. You better take heed to what they say and put it into action, or your ass is out. And don't come crying about how terrible they are. They're not terrible. They gave you the game. Their trait is not to pull you and babysit you and bring you up with them. Or you could just rather just be their friend. And they got you. They got you. They're very unselfish people. Very unselfish people. They got you. They like to do things for you. They like to give you parties, buy a nice gift. They good that. Very good to have as friends. Very good friends. But the brutally honest ones who might bring you up with them, it's not going to be an easy road, because they're going to be hurting your feelings the whole time. The whole damn time. Okay.
I believe you. I had a little friend I used to talk to, and when I met him and his baby mama, they didn't get along. She would drive by and damn near push the baby out the car because she didn't want to talk to him. And I'd be sitting there at my niece's house across the street looking like, what's wrong with them people? I mean, she would be going so fast when that little girl get out. I'd be thinking the little girl gonna lose a leg.
Mm.
But I didn't know him and I didn't know her. And then eventually he started noticing me across the street because I never even was paying it. Girl, that man was doing jumping jacks trying to get my attention. Oh, hi. I didn't know he was a Sagittarius. Just now that you saying all this, uh, at first when they wasn't getting along, and then once I got a hold to him and started, dusting him off and showing him the ropes and all of that, then she started looking back like, oh, now I like my baby daddy. I was like, girl, get up out of here.
Now, we're going to go into
He
why.
had a call.
Oh.
He had she was at his house one time, and I guess she thought that he wasn't going. I don't know. He told me to come in. We were all sitting there. Some of her friends was there, so I guess that's why she was embarrassed. But she tried to act like she didn't know who I was, and she tried to act like she thought I came with her sister's friends and all this old bullshit. But when her daughter woke up and seen me sitting beside her and knew who I was and started smiling and talking to me, she was like, looked, that little stupid grin on her face went away. And she was like, oh, well, did she come with y'all? Gonna ask the other girls. Girl, that nigga must have stood up and was like, that Sagittarius must have stood up. No, that's my girl. You know, Lisa. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, Jesus.
And I must admit, Sagittarius is a lucky sign. Oh, I can't stand them. They
Oh,
they are a lucky sign.
poor
They be the
thing.
ones that go to a casino and they'll have that last quarter and cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Yes, they come up when they on their last little dusty leg. They come up and they might come up on a car or
Yeah.
anything.
And the second luckiest
They
sign
come up
is
on a job.
uh-huh. They are a lucky sign. The next lucky sign is Cancer. Them two are two of the luckiest signs. They could be
You're
down.
so right.
Just when you think Cancer is down and out, just when you think they out of water, just when you think they out of that last pup, they just things just come out of nowhere and they right back on top. They're right back on top. You like, damn, I thought I had this mofo.
And he stuck his head in a seashell and got a breath of air.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that is really true. Do not F over a Sag.
Ouch.
But not because they are a Sagittarius. That's because they are a mutable sign. Don't F over no mutable sign. Because they all are live wire. They all are live wires. All mutable signs are live wires. They are, when I mean live wire, they all over the place and they are uncontrollable. They are uncontrollable. Them the ones been done bust you in the head and did a lot of things to you and they don't think twice about it. And that go for all mutables. And another thing, if you're not dealing with a mature Saggy, be prepared to get your heart broke. Woman or man. Be prepared to have your heart broken over and over and over. If they're not a mature Saggy who's tired of playing the games, if you come across a young one, chalk it up to the game. Charge it to the Sagittarius game. They love a plethora of women. They love a plethora of men. A lot of women don't want to hear that, but they get down and dirty too. Immature ones, not mature ones. Immature ones. So don't go falling in love at a young age with no Sagittarius, because I warned you. If you, after you see this video and you fall in love with a Sagittarius when they're immature, don't come saying he broke my heart. He had the next woman all this time. Matter of fact, he had all these girls, one down the block, one here, one there. No, honey, they are made to explore. Sagittarius is made to explore life. That just like Geminis are not made to be cuddle buddies, Sagittarius are made to explore life and they want to see what life is about and what life have to offer them. And when they immature, they're going to do just that. Now, once they mature, it's a different story. Yes, when I was young, now I'm married. Yeah, see? When you're dealing with a young Saggy, don't you better not put your heart in it. Don't you be breaking your neck trying to get that man to love you. No, he has to explore. His trait is to explore life. His thing is, I want to see what's over here. I want to know what's over there. Not women, but just things in general. What's over there? What's going on over there? I want to explore this. I want to explore that. I want to know about this, or I want to know about that. They want to know about different things. Their minds are very inquisitive. They like having knowledge of things. They love having knowledge of things and places and people. That's what makes them. So when they conversate with people, that's what makes them so knowledgeable. When you have a conversation with a Saggy, it's not them just talking to you. They're speaking to you out of experience. They're speaking to you of what they went through, what they saw, or whatever their experience is. They're telling you it factually from their experience. Not because they read a book, not because they're smart. They literally live the experience. All right, before I move on, do you detect any lies detected?
No, ma'am. Can you call my mommy, Dr. Amira?
Us Saggies, we will be doing more on you. Don't disappear, Saggies. Where my Saggies at? Don't disappear. Y'all made me do Saggies. We're gonna be doing more on Saggies. We're gonna be doing more. These are just basics. Now, why do I hate Capricorn? Then I'm gonna do the regular Capricorn. Why I like to do the why I hate the ones first, because it makes me laugh. Because that's the stuff nobody talks about. See, I like to talk about the stuff nobody talks about. They just like to tell you the trait and that's it. I like to give you the good, bad, and the ugly. Damn it. Thank you, Nicole. Alright, that ready for Cappy? Snappy Cappy? Here we go.
Yeah, snappy cappy.
What's up? It's your boy, K Loud, HoodX. Go to hoodx.com, sign up for hoodx.com, get you an account, find me on there, K Loud, HoodX. That's my channel. Subscribe to my channel, go to the bottom, click subscribe, that's the bottom of my channel. Alright. This obviously is a video. People are genuinely assholes a lot of times. They perfect definition of douchebags a lot of times when it comes to work.
He called them a douchebag and an asshole. He started off fucked up. That's messed up.
They must be your priority a lot of times. You have to make them your priority.
Cut your volume up.
They will date people because they have a car. These type of people that will date you because you got a car. Like, you know, at an early age, in teenagers, if you date a Capricorn girl, she'll date you because you got a car, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
They will sacrifice their happiness for work. You know, they'll go to work. They'll put their family second a lot of times, and they put their work and their career first. They will never admit this, but they do. They're not there for their family a lot of times. They are alpha, typically, you know, between an alpha and a beta man or woman. A lot of times, Capricorns come off as more alpha. They're emotion. They're about action a lot of times.
Can you hear, boss lady?
They care about what people think, even though they don't want to admit they do.
Yeah, I'm listening to it on my device. I can hear pretty good.
All right, baby.
They order people around as children a lot of
times. They like to order people around.
Only will be good a lot of times to get rewards. They won't be good just to be good. A lot of times you have to reward them in order to be good. Very mischievous. They're perfectionists a lot of times. They expect too much from you, and they don't they don't give enough. People can be merciless a lot of times. Like I would say, the Predator. If you watch the movie The Predator is kind of like a Capricorn. Like how he's just determined to kill, and he's just on his grind. He's just determined to kill everybody that's in his way. You know, he has a say past it. That's a Capricorn. Trust me, Predator is a Capricorn. So you guys should be aware that a lot of times that's how you guys look. Very explosive with their passion a lot of times, especially when it comes to their job and their career. Sometimes they can get explosive. They have square heads. So you know, it's true. Like if you look close to them, square heads. They can be selfish. A lot of times they don't share, and all these type people don't share shit. Especially they don't share their emotions. They're not emotionally available at all. Their opposite sign is actually a Cancer. So I have another video on why they Cancers too. Check that out. But you think of a Cancer, they're very emotionally available. So you think of the opposite of that, very cold, like ice, moving through their veins, ice cold.
You got that right. He ain't lying. I seen them Capricorns.
They have a lot of skeletons in their closet. A lot of times they've been fucked up, messed up, don't want to admit it, and you get stuck in their ways. And yeah, they got skeletons in their closet. Very secretive, shady people. They think it's
Mm-hmm.
cutthroat, like
Mm-hmm.
especially in business matters.
That's right.
Very
Sorry,
do a lot
y'all.
of things. Sometimes it's illegal. They take a lot of risks, and a lot of people won't. They are very entitled. They feel like that they deserve to be treated, better than other people. They come off as snobs sometimes.
Oh God, that part is so true. Any lies detected yet, boss lady? Queen, goddess.
Not a one.
I have to just stop on that because that entitlement shit. I'm gonna give my own final analysis, but that entitlement crap drives me crazy. And you're dealing with a lioness here. There's nobody more entitled than me. Excuse me. And it's like
Oh my
sometimes,
goodness. When he said that,
you gotta remind them to say thank you. They think you're supposed to just give them stuff. I'm like, damn, you can't say thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. You know how many times I had to tell the Capricorn that? Am I lying?
that is so true.
I'll be like, damn. And they could be the bummiest people. And they still think they have an
They
entitlement.
think they tight. They think they tight.
I'll be like, whoa, you got the wrong sister here. Let's go. And then we're gonna do. That's why I had to do the compassion, the compatibility of them two. But I'm telling you, that entitlement, he ain't never. I mean, you know how many times they take stuff, and I don't know if they think because they shook their head or something like that, or maybe we supposed to catch on that they thankful. I don't know. But
Girl,
they're not
my,
thankful. They're
my,
not thankful like other people.
at
And
all.
that's one
Listen,
of my pet
sis,
peeves with them.
listen. My sister is. That's why I'm listening to this. She just got finished trying to call the pharmacy for my mama's medicine behind my back. She live in a whole other state.
Oh
But
yeah,
she
yeah,
tried
yeah.
to call her doing behind my back, and the people. And I'm telling her, look, you can't be doing that, getting her all upset. So the people are hearing on the phone what I'm telling her, and they told her, well, we'll do what we need to do, and we'll give them a call back. And she tried to tell my mama, don't put me on the phone, girl.
Mm, I'm telling you, don't.
Cause she feel like she could run shit from
Uh huh.
way where she
Uh
at.
huh. And then when you need and when I mean, like I said, I'm going to get to my own conclusion. Who is this at the end? I'm gonna get to my own conclusion of this at the end. So I just have to say, but you got some. I'm gonna explain what I'm saying later. But you
Yeah,
got some that I hate to say, you got some really good ones. But a
yeah.
majority of Capricorns are never there when you need them.
Mm.
When you truly need one, they're not there. Like they're there when they're there. They have the best advice. Capricorns give the best advice.
Yeah,
They're but
they're good
but
homemakers and all that.
but people need that when they in need. That's when they're not there. They will leave you
Exactly.
hanging. They leave you hanging at your worst times. Like sometimes they'll be there for some
To
people
make it
if
seem like they got a cape on, or either they're swooping and make it seem like, oh,
and I'm talking about the people
hmm
who really been there for them,
right.
who's they used the shit out of, who do everything for them. God forbid they'll come and check on you
Mm.
or hey, you need this, are you all right? Are you
Mm.
they'll act like by giving you a phone call they're there for you. Hey, how you doing? You all right? Okay, bye. Not can I bring you something? Well, I'm stopping over there. You need me to do something for you? You do got Capricorns that do that. Remember, I will get more
Mhm.
into that later. But mod this page too if you can. I don't know what that means. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
got my double gauge shotgun out. I'm shooting shots. I sure am.
Right, so that's my main issue. That's one of my pet peeves with them. I don't need your phone call. I
Why
need
is
you.
Nature Boy
I
talking to her?
need you. I need you physically, and that's the same thing. Again, same thing. Your sister, your mother need her physically. We don't need your phone call. We don't
Right.
need you at. No, we need. She's in need of you now. Why should? Okay, hey, my sister doing it, so why should I have to come and do something? Why do I need to be there? That's wrong. That's wrong. Even though we troopers and we're gonna handle it and we're gonna do what we do, but that's how they are. I don't need you calling a fucking pharmacist. Where you need to take some time here and be with your mother. You know her state has changed.
Right.
But that's how they are. But you can't tell them that they're wrong because they're gonna find something like 50 years ago. Well, when I was going through this, when nobody was there for me, but y'all so stubborn. Y'all don't let people know when something is wrong with y'all. So how we know to help you? But when y'all
Yeah, and
want, but when you want something,
how many years of excuses can you make? Damn.
but then when you want something, you know my number very well. And the sweetest could be, hey,
Exactly.
how you doing?
Oh, sis, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
So there's no
Um,
lies detected so far.
mm-mm.
That's why we're gonna go into Fernando after this, and then being that he's not putting in he took out the part twos because he's being really nasty, but then we're gonna go into the real thing about this. But I just love him because he just tells the straight up truth. Like everybody else don't tell you.
I'm telling you, he's reading. He's reading.
Nobody tells you the bad side, the true bad side of your sign like him. I love him. Check him out.
They are a lot of times cheaters. You look at examples like Martin Luther King, God rest his soul, great man, but at the same time was a Capricorn who it was rumored, this could be true or false, you can do the research yourself, but it was rumored that he had cheated on his wife, and it was captured on tape. Do the research yourself, he was a Capricorn. Great man, obviously changed the world to a better place, but Capricorn cheated on his wife. Control freaks, very much control freaks. They come out because a lot of times it's boring, especially in a relationship, because a lot of times they're in a routine. A lot of times they do the same thing over and over again. In a relationship, that is like death to a relationship, and they don't care. So a lot of times they can't come out across as boring. They do have a lot of times with alcohol. They have trouble, liquor, very unhealthy diets, horrible diets. They become sick a lot of times later on in life. Diabetes, high blood pressure, things like that, heart attack, stroke. They want to be perceived as macho, alpha, like, strength, strong people. A lot of times they see themselves as leaders, but if you ain't got no love, a lot of times you're not going to make a great leader. And that's some things that they have to work on, with being a leader. One thing you got to say, a lot of times people just want to have a good time, no matter what they're doing. And, they don't think about that. They just think about, law and order, like cause and effect. And that makes it very difficult for them a lot of times to be leaders if they don't have that heart. They got to turn their heart on. They are players. A lot of times, even after they get in a relationship, a lot of Capricorn men will try to be players and be around a lot of ladies and stuff and play games or, flirt games with women and stuff. They're unmotivated toward emotions. They have no reason. A lot of times they don't see a reason to dwell in emotions. A lot of times that creates confusion, and so they don't make themselves available toward the emotional world either. Like I said, the opposite of them is Cancer. So, a lot of times Capricorns use their logic a lot of times to cut emotion off completely when making decisions. So they're not open to emotional reaction at all. They will dump you if you lose your job. A lot of times you're in a relationship with a Capricorn, you
ain't never lied, but I like that about them. Sorry.
Shallow and surface, but in a way that their mind thinks a lot of times it's justified because the relationship started out one way and now it's no longer that way, and that is a very important part as far as what your job must be doing. So that could be a reason to leave you in their mind. They will make light of death, with like
bad jokes, especially like dry jokes. Like
Yep, my
there's a show
daughter.
called Dead Like Me. It was a great show. A lot of times that type of dry humor about death, that's right up a Capricorn's alley. So I suggest that you probably watch that show. You probably love it if you're a Capricorn. Especially with the little job, like they got the sticky notes and it's like the little job and they move around and cause death in little funny ways that it happens. That's right up a Capricorn's alley. Dates are like a job interview. A lot of times with Capricorn, they want to see your status. Especially Capricorn women, a lot of times they will use men for what they can do for them more so than who they really are. A lot of times they see men as opportunities. Like, this guy can give me a job, this guy can give me some money, this guy can give me a car. They see men as like, things. What can you do for me more so than who are you?
Yep.
They have been accused of being one-uppers. A lot of times you say, hey, I bought a new car. They say, hey, well, I bought a new car too. Or, I got this new type of computer. They say, oh, I got the new iPhone or I got the new iWatch or something. They're like one-uppers. A lot of times they're competitive and materialistic things. They always have the idea that the grass is always green on the other side. So that, like, a lot of times they don't appreciate what they have. A lot of times that's why they screw up. A lot of the times with the things that they have, so they don't appreciate it because they're always looking for the next best opportunity because the grass is always green on the other side. A lot of times they will stay in a relationship because they feel it's cheaper to keep her.
It's cheaper to keep her. So, damn.
If it's more expensive to go into a new relationship, a lot of times they'll stay in a relationship they are in because of the money issue. And like I said, it's cheaper to keep her. Kinkiness, taboos, they're always in the taboo, like freaky, kinky, really kinky, taboo things in bed. A lot of regret. They are full of regrets. These type of people that will calculate every move in their life and they beat themselves up. A lot of times they get sick over this too. They mentally, that's how they don't watch their diet because they got so much going on. They get sick. They develop diabetes and blood sugar issues and all types of things because they, in their mind, they torture themselves because they're so calculated. If they ever mess up or make a wrong move, they keep running the same. They overanalyze things to the point where it makes them sick, and they are full of regrets and self-sorrow, self-pity, and beating themselves up, and that can drain a relationship. Self-sabotage. They will sabotage their own things, ideas, things that they're putting together that's coming into fruition. They just sabotage it, sometimes on purpose. Because they're beating themselves up. Very self-destructive people and will destroy their own relationships. They can be leeches in social circles. A lot of times they don't enjoy being in the social circle for what it is. They're always thinking of like a business move or trying to take it to the next level to the point where they can come off as like just using the social circle to make a bigger move or like a big career move. They're like actors when it comes to their relationship. They're not really emotionally involved. They're just acting. They're just going through emotions. Like I said, they really kind of see it just like a job. So when you're a job, like they kind of see a relationship as a job as well. They can become slackers a lot of times when they're unmotivated. Once they do get into a regular routine, they don't, I guess the opposite could happen as far as, them looking for the next move. A lot of times they can slack off. They can do the complete opposite of that. Sometimes, where they're either really passionate to get somewhere and then once they get there, they start slacking off. Or, that passion that they had toward getting toward the higher level, once they get, these type of people, once they get rich, they get fat and they get just like lazy a little bit, that's just how they are. They can become procrastinators a lot of times when they get in that arena when it's time to make decisions, they start procrastinating. Social circles, especially in social circles. Capricorn women, a lot of times you'll know that they're Capricorn women because they're talking about their ex all the time. Like, to the point nobody even wants to hear about it. They get drunk a lot of times, they're talking about their ex. A lot of times they come off as divas. Very dry people. Boring. Not boring, just calculated. Dry. Boring, sorry. Yeah, I'm boring. Except for when they get in their job and their position, which is why they would make somebody great, like a drill sergeant, somebody who's in the military, who can just holler at you and scream at you and tell you everything that you're doing wrong. That's right up a Capricorn's alley. And A lot of times you think about the military, it can come out boring sometimes if you're not into that world where it's just dry rules and law and order, cause and effect. And, that's right up their alley. And, they would love to be a great drill sergeant. A lot of times, Capricorns will date somebody that's married. They're not offended. A lot of times they will play that game, dating married men or dating married women.
I want to get to the other one because 7 o'clock. I want to start. I want to start. I want to start the
Start
get to the
nature
nature nut. But I will say one thing about a Capricorn.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop down. I'll be back for nature because I gotta handle some stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
After she wanted me to show Capricorn, now she got to drop down. Unbelievable. Now, one thing about a Capricorn. Where's my people? Where did you go, boss lady? Where did y'all go? Y'all better come back. Let's get one thing understood with Capricorn. You know how some people get mad and they beat you up real bad, and some people got like that extra strength. Capricorn fight to kill you. Them the ones you better be careful. That's one sign you better be careful, because that is bad enough. They always got that resting bitch face. That's automatically. They got the resting bitch face. Number one. But number two, they don't have patience for people. They don't have patience for stupidity. They don't have patience if you're stagnant and you're not growing and they're about growing. If you're a type of person that you like where you are in life and you don't like to change, like if you have a job and they don't see you advancing at that job long as you've been at that job, Capricorn is not for you. If you're in a relationship with a Capricorn, believe me, B, when I tell you, dating them is like having a job. They evaluate everything. They evaluate, okay, this is how she act or he act when I first met them. Okay, 6 months later, this is how they're acting now. A year later, this is how they're acting now. They're continuously acting the same way. I have seen no change or improvement in them. So either they will leave you or cheat on you. Keep that in mind when you're dealing with the Capricorns. It's like a job. That don't mean they advance. That don't mean they moving up. Everything they want from you, they might not could be the one to give it to you, but they want you to give it to them. So be very careful with that. Even if you got the negative Capricorns who's about nothing. You got the negative Capricorns that they ain't about nothing. Them the ones that's the mean drunks. Them the ones who can't keep a job. Everything that's supposed to be what Capricorn is about, they are totally the opposite. Besides using you, they will still use the heck out of you. Them the ones that got their women taking care of them. They the ones that got the women working for them. They the ones that you better. They're feel like even they are bum, they still feel that they are entitled, and they didn't bring nothing to the table. So you have to be very, very, very careful dealing with them. Very careful dealing with them. Being that all my people, are there any lies detected? Are there any lies detected? Because I'm going to end this and finish Capricorn tomorrow. So if anybody's here, is there any lies detected? But did y'all get anything out of it? Or y'all simply let me know? Let me know. So I would know to finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow we got the whole day. We got the whole entire day. Oh, boss lady is back. Okay, fine. Did you hear anything that I said, boss lady?
No, I had went outside to check on Mama and lost connection.
Okay. I wish I could rewind the thing so I don't have to repeat myself.
I
But
mean, lost all the. Oh, I mean, the whole thing. I was like, boy, these buildings is solid.
okay, I'm gonna have to go over it just for boss lady itself. Oh God, I swear I don't forgot what I said. I gave a good speech there. I gave a good
Is
speech
it
there.
is it on replay? It's gonna be on replay. I'll just watch it.
Just that one part. Just that one. Watch it towards the end because I'm getting ready to end this, and I'm going to finish
Okay.
this tomorrow. Cause Saturday
Okay.
we got. I don't know how long we're gonna be tonight, and I want to start a little bit earlier tonight because I have to go to the doctor in the morning, and I'm not getting off at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. No problem.
I want to get off at least 12, 1 o'clock. Not we be hitting 4.
Man, we gonna have to start making our own broadcast of our after show.
Yeah, no, this we ain't even get to the app. Sometimes we can't because sometimes this stops at 4. She. But like I said, with the Capricorn, rewind just to
Hey,
end.
Tiffany.
Rewind just to end.
How are you,
Oh, I
dear?
will start, Tiffany. We will be back on in 15 minutes. We got a lot of catching up to do with Nature Nut. A lot of catching up to do with Nature Nut. So we will be back on in 15 minutes. And then I want to title my thing Capricorns. Anyway, so this is just a little glimpse into the snappy, cappy world. Tiff, see you in 15 minutes, boss lady, co-host. I see you in 15 minutes, so that should give all of us enough time to do a little something.
All right.
So we can sit back and enjoy the show.
For sure.
All right, love. I see you guys. Peace. And my cappies, I love you.